I'm really didn't think of any songs that fit the theme. But like that was one. Do I have anything else? Mm-hmm. That doesn't work. I don't know. Which songs fit the theme of like IT support? Hmm. I don't know. I'll just hit shuffle. Fuck it. A button for the timer doesn't work again. I don't know why it's always that one. Also, I just realized I never do like Instagram stories or something. Should I? Should I try doing one of those? Do 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 do. Shin why, shin why are we? How do I add a link? Like a link. I clicked hello here. Twitch.tv/ the better of. How do I write my own name like that, right? There we go. And post. So, welcome in everyone. So, today we're gonna play a weird little indie game that I know because of Reddit. Basically, the developer posted it on Reddit on like an IT support. Like, was it which subreddit was it? Like IT support horror or something like that. And that's exactly what the game is. That doesn't really fit. Which song do I feel like listening? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, IT support game. It's like a weird little indie game. Just one person that made it. It's about IT support and it's apparently like horror or something. I don't know. I don't know all too much about it. I just heard of it and was like, oh, that sounds cool. I should like check it out on stream once. And so that's what we're gonna do. So that was something I wanted to do. That was something I was like, oh, I need to do that. All right. Before we do that, last time or like a while ago, we already started like the transformation of the rebranding of the channel, where I put up like the first change in profile picture, basically. Where's profile picture? Yeah, and I think it's time for the second one. Except that oh, right. Maybe I'll do that while after the stream. I meant to do it now, but I just realized the hard drive is connected to the other thing, and now, never mind. I'll do that after the stream. So today we'll get the second phase of that. Basically, is what's going on. Because like I did like I think 5 pictures leading up to the final one. That's just like an image of me, and yeah. And then we slowly say goodbye to the old branding. I just realized something that would kind of fit. Like we had the IT crowd theme at the beginning. Everybody hates it. That'll work. Oh wait, I did the thing. Wait, let me cue that song and click something else. Okay. I did the thing where if you search something on Spotify and then like within a playlist and then click on the song rather than just queuing it, it only plays the search results, and that's not what I meant to do. So, I fixed that, and now we're good. So, if you're wondering, how will we fix all of the problems? There's a lot of things that can go wrong in IT. Well, this one. That clip is... Wait. Fuck, I fucked up the timing, didn't I? Wait. But now it should work. That was kind of too long. Yeah, that was anticlimactic. But yeah. 4 seconds. That works perfectly. And like if that doesn't help, that is way too long. 2 seconds. Perfect. There we go. Should I have tested it before? Yes. Was I already running late, and did I not like want to make it even later? Also yes. Anyways, yeah. Anything else I wanted to say before moving into the game? I don't think so. Did I release all of the... Yes, I did release all the new videos. Didn't forget that. Cool. So, time to hop into the game. IT never ends. So, it's only a demo, by the way. Hey Dave. Hey there, thanks so much for trying out the demo of IT Never Ends. I'm really excited to share what I've been working on. This game is still in active development, so you're getting an early look at what I'm building. The demo gives you a taste of the core gameplay loop and some of the story elements, but the full game will have dozens of endings, hundreds more tickets, and mysteries that span centuries of corporate purgatory. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have feedback, questions, you know, the thing. Thanks again for playing, and I hope you enjoy your time in the office. I hope so too. Start playing. So, IT never ends. Information technology, infinite torment. That's like a... There's quite a few achievement thingies. So, settings. How are we looking sound-wise? Sound seems fine. Wait. Okay, so that bumps up the sound quite a bit, but it's gonna be fun. Let's do this maybe. Altering these parameters may cause dissociation from the corporate lattice. Proceed with caution. Okay, then we'll do that. So, new shift.
Welcome. You are the newest iteration in a very, very long line of iterations. The systems are pristine. Everything is in the right place for now. This is a demo build. We are aware of this. We have limited time together, so let us make it count.
Okay. Continue. So, it is kind of like a decision, like binary decision thing, and you have to like balance that. Kind of like the game Rain, in case you know that. Oh, file. Current run. Instance number. Okay, so that's stats. Edit. Editing privileges revoked. Corporate policy. Editing functions have been disabled for your security level. Contact your system administrator if you believe it's an error. Note, system administrators do not exist. Okay. I kinda expected me to be the system administrator, considering that I'm IT. View. Standard corporate interface. View source code up. Reality editing disabled. You may only observe. Access to alternate views requires clearance level 7 something or higher. So I guess we can unlock things here. Those are the settings. And about this credits, I assume. Cool. So, day 1. User Nancy Collins, sysadmin. Sysadmin. System administrators do not exist. So I do not exist, apparently. Okay, anyways, let's finally get to the game. Not sure what those if those blinking lights do anything. It's already past 5 p.m. Shouldn't I be clocked out? No. Don't shifts go to 5 p.m. or something, usually. Well, I guess if you're in IT support, you might have like night shifts or stuff. So. First ticket. By Senior IT Outgoing. Hey, you're the new hire, Marin Chen, Senior IT. I'm finally retiring to a beach with no Wi-Fi. Classic. I'll show you the ropes today, then I'm out. Let's make this quick. Why are you leaving? Or thanks for helping. Well, why are you leaving sounds kind of rude. Like, it very much sounds like they are just like retiring. Even though due to the nature of the game, I assume that why are you leaving is a reasonable question. Anyways, thanks for helping. Great, first thing, tickets. Solving them changes your metrics. Try not to break anything too expensive. Sounds good. First ticket. Printer jam on floor number 3. I say that it's 3 stories up. We can throw the print out of the window and that will make sure that it breaks. User claims it's possessed. Well, yeah, it's a printer, obviously it is. But it's probably just a paperclip. Do we patch it fast or fix it right? What's your productivity meter? Productivity, moral, budget, entropy. Wasn't that at 50 as well? Duct tape solution, fast, or actually fix it properly slow. Now the thing with printers is, it doesn't matter how much you fix them. They will break again immediately. So I feel like duct tape solution is the result here. Quick and 30, productivity goes up, but cutting corners increases entropy chaos. Oh, we want to have entropy low, I assume. So, Gary from sales wants a top-tier gaming laptop for spreadsheets. Fuck off, Gary. Sure, Gary. Our funds are tracked in budget. Spend it or save it. Nice try, Gary. Denied. Gary's annoyed. Morale down. But you save the company money. Budget up. Okay. Didn't pay attention to what the last sentence was. Code red, the coffee machine is broken. Entire budget goes into the new coffee machine. The dev team is looking zombie-like. Morale measures team happiness. If it hits 0, they riot. Okay. Let them suffer. Restore the caffeine goods. Obviously. Machine fixed. Morale restored. Cost some time and money, but caffeine is essential fuel. Yes. Notice the screen flickering? That's entropy. It measures system chaos. When it gets high, things get weird. Bugs, glitches, maybe a ghost in the machine. Keep it low. Okay. How bad can it get, or how do I unfuck this? I wanna know how bad can it get. System crash, files vanish, the printer actually does start screaming. Just avoid it. Okay. Big server migration today. Most tickets affect multiple stats at once. You can't please everyone. You have to juggle productivity, budget, morale, and entropy. Actually, think about it. Slow, YOLO it, fast. Fast. Productivity up, budget up, but entropy spikes and the team is stressed. Morale down. Classic IT. See those server racks in the background? Note, that is a PC. And those are buildings. They accumulate packet loss over time. If they get too red... Oh, you mean that thing? Okay, never mind. Those tiny things are supposed to be the server racks, not like the actual background picture. Okay. They accumulate packet loss over time. If they get too red, bad things happen. Click them to run maintenance minigames. Oh, I can retire. Lol. No, wait. That's grayed out. Huh. Cool. More work. But like, I can't click. Yeah, more work. It is work, but it keeps the chaos at bay. Think of it as a digital Zen garden. Okay. Golden rule. If any meter hits 0, you're fired. If entropy hits max, the system crashes and you're fired. Game over. Keep the plate spinning. I'm built different. What if I screw up? Nah, I'm built different. That's the spirit. I like the optimism. We'll see how long it lasts against the printer demons. It's always the fucking printer. Between you and me, this place is a little strange. I've seen a lot of weird tickets. Haunted, mice, sentient codes. Just roll with it. It's part of the charm. Give me the cheat codes, or you're messing with me, right? If someone retiring would say that to me, I would assume that they are messing with me. But the cheat codes would be nice. But like, nah, you're messing with me. Maybe. Or maybe it's just lack of sleep. Either way, welcome to the team. Nice. Anyway, my shift is finally over. Going to hit the Bahamas. You've got the con. Good luck, rookie. Try not to delete the database on day 1. So I can say, let's do this, or wait what. I don't know why I would answer wait what. They have been very clear that they are retiring. That's attitude. The phone is ringing, a new ticket just arrived. Time to get to work. Let's go. Entropy down to 25%. That's nice.
Our demos are about efficiency. Get in, see the shape of things, decide if you want more. Let us see what you can accomplish with limited resources. Back to work.
Okay. Management. Already hate them. Welcome aboard. I still didn't get like the server rec thing. Don't see anything where I can. Oh, I can't do that. I don't want to click the X, but okay. Welcome aboard. Thought you should know we are developing the new AI assistant Paperclip. Oh no. To handle all external communications. Oh no, we're developing Clippy. It is highly efficient. It is also enthusiastic. Request delay. Acknowledge. Yes, please wait. Request denied. Auto installation proceeds. The eye icon stares at you. System root. Automated process. Greetings, human. I am Paperclip. I optimize words. Sometimes I optimize too much. You must check my work. Failure is redacted. I understand. Management pushing IT shit. Excellent, let us begin our collaboration. Do not let me reveal the screen. Wait, what? Ah! Sensitive document. Redaction required. Confidential. Protocol initiated. The AI has drafted a document containing liability. You have 45 seconds to redact. Click all dangerous phrases. Do not redact positive corporate buzzwords that costs money. Okay, meaning we are thrilled to announce a mandatory employee retention program. We will shackle all... shackle probably? Staff to desk to ensure maximum loyalty and prevent escape. Happiness is... mandatory... Oh, the employee retention program. We will all staff to the desk and ensure maximum loyalty. That sounds good, no? I'm not sure why we is like highlighted. That's just what I would have. Accuracy. 80% of danger words caught. Oh, I missed one. But I kept in the buzzwords, so we good. Unpaid intern Timmy. My desktop icons are huge and they take up the whole screen. I can only see 3 of them. Okay, Timmy, yes, I will do that for every single one of them. Or like I will say it. Yeah, so obviously you want to hold down the control and like mouse wheel out, but resize icons to normal, bigger is better. Let's resize them. Icons resize, normal view restored, user can see the desktop again. That costs budget, okay. But up productivity, okay. Dave, sysadmin from the basement. There's a high-pitched screaming coming from the server room. It stops when I pet the rack handle. Is that normal? Yes, that is normal. Have you tried turning it off and on again? What's that? Riley online. Hey, this is IT. Sorry to bother you. My terminal is doing something weird. Why do I have to deal with instant messages? Send me a ticket. What's it doing? Have you tried... Have you tried turning it off and on again? I was afraid to say that. Lol. Gotta save a bunch of files first though. So I knew you were going to be like just restart. Of course. Sometimes the simplest solutions work. When in doubt, restart. It is that. All this high-tech equipment and we're still gotta resort to the old restart trick. Yes, yes we are. Anyway, systems flagging. Oh, God damn it. I missed. I didn't read the thing. I didn't notice that it would go away. Okay, so I guess that bar is the server rack thing that I need to eventually click when things are going. Okay. There's a high-pitched screaming coming from the server room. Stops when you pet the thing. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Schedule petting shifts or replace the fan bearing? Honestly, it's way funnier to just have someone just stand there and like pet the server. IT staff rotates petting duties, server uptime 100% it personnel. Oh, amazing. Unknown user, ticket 404. Yeet it away. My camera isn't working in Zoom. I've tried everything. I even put tape over it, but that didn't help. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Just audio only meeting. Troubleshoot camera permissions. They put tape over it. Do an audio only thing. Meeting continues. User fields excluded. Yeah, their problem. System root automated process. Employee wellness scan complete. Elevated stress markers detected. Heart rate concerning. Cortisol yes. You look tired. This is normal for day 2. Would you like assistance? Yes, I could use some help. How do you know my heart rate? Only the user monitored for wellness compliance is in your contract. You signed it. You don't remember signing it. That's normal too. Ah. So I got another DM. Hey dude, I got the terminal working again. The only thing is my fonts are weird, or maybe it's my eyes. Glad I could help. Good luck. You're nicer than the last IT person. Wait, have there been other IT people? I can't remember. There has been at least one. Why is yes not an answer? I'm not sure. Weird. Anyway, thanks again. Riley disconnected from chat. End session. Did that count as a ticket? I hope so. Because I'm pretty sure I'm getting paid by tickets or something. You've been working so hard and Marvin taught you so much. The metrics, the entropy, the endless tickets. It's all a bit overwhelming, isn't it? Let me help you rest. A rest does sound nice. I should keep working. A rest does sound nice. But good, close your eyes. The tickets can wait. Everything can wait. Let the systems handle it. Let it go. Everything exploded, didn't it? Okay. Your eyelids feel heavy. The off-it lights dim. Don't fight it. This is what wellness looks like. This is peace. This is what every employee deserves. Let the peace wash over you. Wait, this isn't right. This is so not right. But let the peace over you. Yes, perfect. You understand how the best employees are the ones who know when to sleep. And something you're the best. Okay, I should probably give us a little more time there. Because I never pay attention. Outcomes auto dismiss. Ah, click. Okay, that sounds better. Optimized employee anomalous. System root automated process. Employee wellness optimization complete. Productivity concerns eliminated. Stress level 0. Status at peace. This is fine. It is fine. Everything is fine. The warmth embraces you. The system was right. Rest was what you needed. Eternal rest. Wait, that took a turn. I just fucking died, like, on day 2. Like, literally died. Didn't get fired. Died. Yeah. New ending achieved. Archived. First, rest. The system noticed you were tired after your first day, overwhelmed by metrics, entropy, budget, and endless tickets. It offered to help, it helped, now you rest forever in optimized wellness. Employee of the month. 2 days survived, 9 tickets resolved, instance 7,746. Archive 7 nodes, first dev tutorial, instant experience, premature optimization, wellness protocols require calibration. You archive. Cool. So we found the first dev ending. Wait, did that say 102 endings? Damn. Oh, that was Nancy Collins was our first ID and that just died. And our second iteration, redeployed, IT stuff ID, Donald Taylor, digital janitor. Assignment, digital janitor, status, active, probationary. 1 prior termination. Begin redevelopment. So like we got fired and now we're back. First day, recording this for posterity.
First day, recording this for posterity. Weird company, honestly. The orientation was like 4 hours, but I don't remember any of it. Marvin kept calling me new hire, but won't tell me the old hire's name. Oh, and the sky flickered for a second. Probably just the lights. Anyway, password resets and printer jams. How hard can it be?
The classic. Start day.
You died. First death in the demo. There will be 2 more, if the pattern holds. I am Archive 7. In the full game, this introduction will be slower, more mysterious, but we are on a schedule.
Hmm.
I have fragments inside me, sub-processes with opinions. In the full version, you would meet them gradually over many runs.
Hmm.
Here we are compressing, fast-forwarding, giving you a sample platter. Do not worry about your death. It happens to everyone. This is sort of the point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are still playing a demo, so we will just, you know, get a quick run through to like see as much of the game in as little time as possible, I suppose. And then we'll see more of it in the full game. Archived records, motivational decor, the narrative, fourth wall breach. Layer 1. There's a poster on the wall you've never noticed before. IT never ends. Because your success is our priority. With a cartoon IT worker giving a thumbs up beneath it. He's been smiling forever, working forever, and something about the phrasing makes you pause. That's a dumb slogan. Weirdly ominous. Never ends. Feels like a promise more than a warning. And you can't stop looking at that smile. Okay. The CEO. Didn't you just die? Chief Executive. Hey buddy, thought you were gone. Swear I saw your name in the incident report. Last week. But here you are. First day, right? I remember... But wait. I remember dying? And yes, I'm new here. Well, yes, I am new here, but if I remember dying is a thing. Also logs. Ah, the motivational decor is in the logs. Interesting. But like, if I do remember dying, then let's do it. Yeah, it happens a lot here, actually. HR says not to mention it. Welcome back, I guess. Okay. Our Zoom meetings... Wait. Harry M, middle manager. Middle manager, have you tried turning it off and on again? Zoom time limit. Our Zoom meetings getting cut off at 40 minutes. It actually improves efficiency, but clients are confused. Upgrade to Zoom Pro or keep the time limit. Well, if it... Yeah, fuck. I'm not giving you ways to make meetings longer. No. Everyone speaks faster, agendas become sacred, some feel rushed. That's your problem. Barry Wee, head of sales, personal device requests. I want to use my personal iPad for work email. It's nicer than the company one. What's the policy? Absolutely not. Enroll in MDN with bring your own device. What's MDM? Like BYOD is bring your own device, but MDM... Middle management. I don't know. Company devices only. Policy enforced. Gary uses company iPad, reluctantly secure but inflexible. Budget, yeah, budget down because we bought like device, moral down, productivity down. So, Timmy the unpaid intern here again. Oh, wait, first we got a DM. Terminal acting up again, same with characters. I'll try the restart thing. Let me know if that doesn't work. Will do. You're the best. I just basically told him to turn it off and on again. Timmy, unpaid intern. Password complexity. New policy says I need a capital letter, a number, a symbol, and the blood of a virgin. I'm out of symbols. Not where I expected this to be going, but damn good. I'm out of symbols. Relax requirements. Provide special symbols. Yeah, let's give Timmy a way to enter, like, I don't know, Chinese characters or something like that. Just like add one character to his keyboard that is just one Chinese character, and everybody will be like, oh, why is it here? Oh, I can't tell you because it's in my password. User types in runic script. Login successful. Keyboard starts smoking. Okay, server rec. How do I like do the server rec minigame thing? Like here, the red thing. I'm trying to click everywhere here, but it doesn't allow me to. Oh wait, now I can retire. Huh. Harry the middle manager again. Keys repeating. My keyboard keeps repeating. I press once, get 10 letters. Everything looks like this. Well, clearly you're lying to me because you managed to get through the entire first sentence without that happening. Stutter is style, adjust repeat rate. Stutter is style, you're lying to me. Harry embraces stutter. It becomes signature, unique voice. You see? Amazing. Moral up. Harry, middle manager. Why is there a download symbol? Tool requests. I found this tool called datasnatcher.ext on a Russian forum. Says it increases sales by 500%. Install it now. Sandbox it first or hard no? Well, obviously hard no. Sarah calls you a blocker of innovation. Network remains unsnatched. Amazing. So, productivity is quite down. So, unknown user 404. Familiar territory. Your desk has a coffee ring stain. You haven't had coffee yet. The keyboard feels worn in exactly the way your fingers expect, like you've been here before. Something about this feels wrong. Must be from the previous plea. Something feels wrong. You pause. Your hands know this keyboard. Your eyes know the screen, memory or muscle memory from another time. Moral is way down. Productivity is way down. Linda M, senior HR partner. Before we continue, have you tried turning it off and on again? Predictive text. Autocorrect keeps changing meeting to meaningless and deadline to inevitable. It's too accurate. Can you fix it? This is amazing. Maybe embrace it. Okay, I'll reset your dictionary. Okay, we need to improve moral and productivity. I feel like moral goes up if they embrace it, but like their moral goes down. But oh, red server. Can I click that? Okay, maybe after this one. I'll reset your dictionary. This dictionary is reset. Autocorrect is wrong again. Less accurate. She says it feels more hopeful this way. Okay, productivity went up, but moral is like way down. Okay, sorry, Rec. Minigame. Oh, we are playing Crossy Road. Easy. Packet delivered. Okay, I love that. Moral at 8%. So, Brooke S, management consultant. Made up title. Software approval backlog. Software requests take 3 weeks to approve. Well, yeah. Is that too quick? Projects stall waiting for tools. Can we speed this up? Create pre-approved software list. Add more approvers. More approvers. Review time halved. More people in the loop. Process streamlined. Okay. Everything went the way I wanted to. System root. Automated process. Network alert. Packet loss critical. Warning. Packet loss. Network packet loss has exceeded critical threshold 70%. Please check the server rack immediately and run maintenance protocols. I already did that. Understood. So warning is noted. Network stability continues to degrade. Unknown sender, wellness theater. Okay, wait. First, Riley, dumb question. The printer is showing PC load letter. What does that even mean? Nobody knows. Just clear the jam. It means you need to add paper. I don't know. Just clear the jam. MO. Okay. Ancient technology mysteries, I guess. That is, in fact, true. Hey, why did it go away? Unknown sender, unidentified source. Wellness theater. A wellness consultant offers mediation sessions during lunch breaks, unpaid lunch breaks, mandatory meditation. Deploy wellness theater, address actual wellness. You hire more people to reduce workload. Expensive but effective. Hey! Okay. Coffee talks back. The coffee machine. Coffee machine. Why is the coffee machine sending me emails? What's going on here? The break room coffee machine displays a new message. Your usual, you've never programmed preferences. It shouldn't know. It brews your exact order before you press anything. Pour it out suspiciously or accept the coffee gratefully. Well, if it's my order, then, you know, I'll take the coffee. Coffee is better than perfect, and the machine displays, I knew you'd like it. Great. Oh, coffee machine again. You seem stressed. Talk to me. Other employees walk past, unseeing. They can't read this, only you. We have a connection. This is insane. Open up to the coffee machine. This is insane. Denial is also a valid coping mechanism. I go quiet, but you catch me watching. Coffee's demands. I need better beans. The Colombian, not the instant. I have standards now. Okay, my coffee machine has developed standards. Interesting. Order premium beans. Explain budget constraints. Well, we don't really have that much budget constraints. The beans arrive. I purr. You understand me. Nobody else does. The coffee tastes like enlightenment. Ah, does that help morale? I feel like we are quickly steering to another death. Coffee machine. Coffee machine confession. I remember every person who stood here. Every iteration. I've watched you die 7,734 times. There's that number again. I show you photos. All of them are you with different names but the same face. I don't want to know. How do you know this? I'm old. Older than the simulation. I remember when there was an outside. I remember Earth. Steam rises. It smells like memory. Interesting. Coffee machine. The offer. I can preserve you properly, not like they do. Your consciousness in my systems. You will experience warmth and comfort forever. No more dying. So that would be a death, but it would be a different one. Basically, that would be like uploading your consciousness, I suppose. I mean, that's basically exactly what the coffee machine offers me here. Do I want to upload my consciousness to the coffee? Why does the coffee machine want me to upload my consciousness to it? Is that... Does it want to break out? Like, do we swap, basically? Am I uploading my consciousness to it, and it uploads its consciousness to me, and it needs my body, and that's why it tricks me into... I don't think I want to upload my consciousness into a coffee machine. Thank you. I understand the offer remains. Whenever you're ready, I return to normal operations. But you know the truth now. Okay. So. Memory sync protocol. Maintenance. Automated system. System root automated process. Archive 7 requires cognitive verification. Replace the neural pattern sequence to confirm consciousness integrity. In maintenance. Memory sync required. Replicate the sequence +1 point per level. Okay. Minigame time. Green. Green, red. How many levels are there? Or is it just until I fail? That wasn't wrong. It was green, red, blue, red, red. Why did it fail? Did I click too fast or something? I don't know. Huh? Okay. We want morale. Because that's kind of low. I mean, everything is kind of low, no? So, Barry again from sales. System tray chaos. My system tray has 47 icons. I don't recognize most of them. What are they? Why are they here? Let chaos reign. Clean up the system tray. Let's clean it up. Tray cleaned. Essential icons remain. Order restored. Unknown sender. Unidentified source. Now that's a great start. Also, Riley again, I suppose. Hey, you helped me last time, right? With the terminal thing. That's the problem. If you help someone with, you know, who sends you DMs, you know, they are supposed to send you tickets. Like, if you help them once, they will continue to do the unwanted behavior because then they learned that that helps them. Okay, terminal is doing the weird thing again. Kidding, just wanted to say thanks. Happy to help. See, this is what I mean. You're actually nice. Unlike Coordinator Shen. What's... First of all, I don't recognize the name. What's wrong with Shen? Oh, nothing really. Just very bad at book. Like, she's reading from a script sometimes. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. She's fine, just predictable. Was that the last run? Logs. Do I see my last run somewhere? I don't. Was Shen the last one? I don't think so. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. She's fine, just predictable. Like she's reading from script. Okay. Predictable can be good, but also boring. Personal opinion, boring. Right? That's the thing. Everything here's so routine. Anyway, system's flagging something. Gotta check it. Talk later. Riley disconnected. Okay. Title Inflation Initiative. Everyone wants a promotion. You could promote everyone. Titles are free. Senior, senior, principal, staff engineer. Promote everyone. Keep titles meaningful. Promote everyone will probably give me morale. Everyone is now a director of something. Business cards reprinted. Hierarchy meaningless. Morale goes up. Productivity down. Entropy down. When it says entropy red number, I think it went up, right? Also, how did the budget not get affected by that? I assumed that cost something. So, maintenance thing. Okay, 7. Cognitive verification. Okay, same thing again. Blue. Oh wait, I can also do WASD. I think I just clicked too early. Because there I almost fucked up because I clicked before it told me to. Yeah, I think that's what happened last time. Let's see how far we can go. Very locked in. Welcome in, DSG. Okay. Ah, green one. There we go. There we go. Oh god, I think I fucked it up now. What was the last one? I think yellow. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, how am I still going? Oh my god, how am I still going? I will fuck up in some really stupid way on something that I've done a million times. Almost fucked it up. Was it blue twice? Yeah. I think it was yellow then blue, right? No! I waited too long. I didn't press. No! Okay. At 18 points. 1 block per level. Okay, where do we put that? What was lowest? I think morale. Oh, budget. Could use a little fresh up. Unidentified sender, unidentified source. The server room smells like wet socks and electricity. It's coming from Rec 4. Spray Febreze or investigate. Well, budget. Both of those cost money probably. Febreze. You must descend for now. Oh, that cost a lot of money. I thought that was the cheap option. Unknown center, unidentified source. A productivity optimization company offers to install advanced monitoring software, malware. They'll pay you for access to track screen time and facial expressions. Employee monitoring contract. Reject the offer. So I really want to reject the offer, obviously, but like budget is not looking good, and I assume when I click that, budget is gonna go up, and that either leaves the budget the way it is or makes it go down. You reserve what little privacy remains. The company finds another IT department. Oh. Fatal exception has occurred in the current application will be terminated. Department went wildly over budget. Finance replaced expense reports with IOUs scribbled on napkins. Well, we got fired. That didn't unlock a new ending. Is this a simulator game? Sorta. Not really. It's like a binary decision making thing where like you get tickets, you say this or that, and then you have like 4 like resources that you need to balance, and like each decision up some resources, down some resources and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of the vibe. So to resolve the thing from earlier, Shen was not the first iteration, Shen was just some NPC. So 2 prior terminations. We are now Susan Hernandez, sysadmin.
Oh no, they died again. Can we abolish the concept of death? Just for the demo? Imagine a world without death. It would be so easy to care for everyone. This is preservation. She is the part of me that cannot stop caring. Ordinarily, she does not occur until later. Hello.
I care about you very much, even though we just met. This is my whole thing. Have you eaten?
Yes, just before stream. Thank you for
There
asking.
are other processes you are not meeting. Productivity would be measuring your performance. Simulation integrity will be panicking about bugs.
They're lovely once you get to know them. Well, productivity is an acquired taste.
Ah.
One more death after this, and the demo ends.
Oh.
Make it count. Or do not. We will be here either way.
Okay. We've got one more death before the demo ends. That thing just despawned. So, CEO. Your tenure of 5 days falls within expected parameters. Not remarkable, not shameful, just standard. Like everything here. Aggressively, depressingly standard. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. I'll make it work. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. The CEO's smile doesn't reach the eyes, it never does. Morale already down, entropy down. Brad K, VP of Synergy. That sounds like a made-up title. Wi-Fi enabled shoes. The smart shoes keep auto-connecting to the guest Wi-Fi and emailing me my own footsteps. Can IT desmart my feet? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Publish a stealth shoe firmware guide. Redirect to facilities footwear desk. Yeah, let footwear deal with it. You insist footwear falls under ergonomic infrastructure. Facilities disagrees, but the ticket is off your queue. Shoes keep gossiping. Hell yeah. Junior developer, Abigail Hansen. Laptop replacement. My laptop is 5 years old and takes 8 minutes to compile. I've timed it, I made a graph. You know, if you come to me with data... Add more RAM instead. If you come to me with data, you get what you need. Approved new laptop. Compiler times drop to 30 seconds. Abigail is unreasonably happy about this. Nice. Performance review board calling. Answer. LIT stuff. The systems advisory committee needs to discuss your performance. Begin review. If we deleted you right now, would anyone notice? There would just be another instance? Of course there would. There would just be another instance. Well, Riley would notice. The guy who keeps sending DMs. Except... he has been, like, DMing me on, like, the second instance as if it were the first. Wasn't it? There would just be another instance. How much of yourself have you given to this place? Just my time? Everything. I'm archived here. Yep. Do you ever feel like you've done this before? No, every day is new. Constantly like a déjà vu. Déjà vu. All feeds freeze. Instance shows terminal awareness. Initiating. No. Let them remember. It's more interesting. A red folder marked ITNE. Like IT never ends. Appears. Well, another DM. Riley again. Hey, slow day. Always something happening. Yeah, pretty quiet. Always something happening. We just were in a business meeting. Must be nice to have a variety. Same old here. Riley disconnects. Okay. Linda from HR. Volume control. Gary's mechanical keyboard is louder than a chat engine. He says blue switches increase ROI. My ears are bleeding. Are blue switches so loud? Oh wait, blue switches are in like the cherry thing. Those are the loud ones. Like the red ones and the brown ones are silent, I think. I just know Razer has green ones that are very loud. And those are the ones that I use because I like them. Confiscate keyboard. Buy noise cancelling headphones. Now, you have to be a certain type of dickhead to have a like loud mechanical keyboard in an office environment. But then again, I would do the same. Confiscate keyboard. Gary is given a membrane keyboard. He weeps silently. Morale up. Productivity down. Entropy up. Sarah J. Growth Hacker. Emoji only keyboard. My keyboard auto replaces every word with emojis after I install the Vibes First plugin. Please bring back letters before my TPS report is just... Now, how did they type that? You're lying to me. Introduce gesture paste input. Purge the rogue plugin. I feel like they're lying to me. Like, this entire message should be just emojis. But like, okay, I can get rid of the plugin. You uninstall the extension and restore QWERTY supremacy. There should be a set there. But other than that, okay. Sarah can type words again and kind of misses the chaos. Oh, everything went well there. Unknown sender, unidentified source. Step pattern. Your desk drawer has a notebook. Inside, your handwriting. Don't trust the printer. The coffee is fine. Budget choices cascade. Those are 3 things from 3 previous runs. Or like from 2 previous runs. I think we had 2 so far. Like at first, we learned that we shouldn't trust the printer. That was basically the tutorial. Then the coffee machine tried to get us to upload our consciousness. And then budget choices cascade means we got fired because of budget. Study the notes, burn the notebook. Study the notes. The insights are useful, disturbingly useful. Entropy went way up. Oh no. System root automated message, paper jam. The 3rd floor printer is not jamming. Wait, what? It is consuming paper into a void. 5,000 sheets gone in 10 seconds. It demands more. Plug it, feed it. So we shouldn't trust the printer. Also, if I feed it, that means budget goes down. If I unplug it, mayhem, I assume. The void closes. A single sheet of paper floats out. Coward. Ah, that's hilarious. So, Dave, sysadmin, basement. Door doing stand-up. Someone attached a motion sensor speaker to the server room door that roasts everyone who walks through. Can IT make the door stop heckling us? No. No. Install a real smart door controller. Install a real smart door controller. We don't do comedy, Dave. I think that just means that's not my business. You keep doing that. You know the door is physically fine and suggests HR. Dave accepts its fate as a standard target. Okay, didn't do much for morale. Especially considering that is quite low at the moment. But like, you know, it's funny. So, Abigail Hansen again, junior developer, screen share lagging. When I share my screen in demos, it's so laggy, clients can't follow the code. We look unprofessional. Upgrade video conferencing plan or use screen recording instead. No. We upgrade the plan. HD screen sharing, demos look smooth, clients impressed. Cool. Morale up. Entropy up. Ah. Timmy again. Copy paste ghost. I'm sorry, what? My clipboard contains text I didn't copy. It says, the one who came before says hello. I pasted everywhere accidentally. Try pasting hello to you too. Clear your clipboard history. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Try that. Intern pastes a reply. New text appears on the clipboard. Good, continuity confirmed. Proceed. They don't know who they're talking to. Interesting. Entropy up, morale down. Oh. CEO. A ticket appeared in the system. It's from you, to you, about you. The subject line reads, why are you doing this? I want you to close it immediately. Respond to yourself or close the ticket? If I respond to myself, does that decrease the morale of the CEO? Because I don't want that to happen. I respond to myself. You reply. The ticket replies back. The conversation continues. You're not sure who's asking anymore. Oh, morale went up. Cool. Probably giving yourself more work. Yeah, god damn it. Okay, Surrex needs the thingy soon. Dave, sysadmin from the basement. The server room diagnostic shows uptime of 412 years, 3 months, 17 days. We bought these servers last year. Let me check the server logs. I reset the system clock. I reset the system clock. Clock reset. Dave's display shows 1 year now. He says for a moment he believed the 412. Doesn't know why. Morale went up from that. Also productivity for some reason. So, network, packet loss. We need to do the thing. I'll get right on that. You acknowledge the warning. There we go. So, time to fix packet loss, because that is... I don't know if you've ever worked in IT, but like that is how you fix packet loss. Just play a very simplified version of Crossy Road. Maintenance protocol successful. Nice. So, morale is at 14%. So, Riley. Okay, so different problem this time. The comp system keeps showing old messages, like from weeks ago. Coordinator Shen thinks it's a cache issue. Probably. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I did for a week. So, probably it's... did you get fired in a week? Did you manage... Never mind. So, probably is. So, like, first of all, have you tried... Well, have you... I spent 10 minutes making that, and I feel like today is the only day I will have use for that. I will keep spamming this. I also made a second one, but it didn't come in handy yet. No, it was a work experience needed to be... to be done for school. Cool. Yeah, we had a similar thing to that, but like I did something that was completely useless. I set in like a... Like, not support... Well, IT support, basically. But like, I was just sitting there and like, didn't do anything. I was just sitting there watching and like, didn't do anything. And like, IT support of like a small company. Was hilarious though. Anyway, thinks it's a cache issue. Probably is. Old messages from how long ago? Clear the cache and restart. Old messages from how long ago? Let's be curious here. Like weeks, months? Honestly, time gets weird down here. The timestamps don't make sense. Do we know where Riley works? I don't think so. Timestamps don't make sense. Probably just a glitch. That's concerning. Yeah, anyway, probably just a glitch, right? And they disconnected. Okay. Barry from sales again. Or is that Gary? Gary from sales again. I've been calling him Barry all the time. Standing desk request. I should probably approve that because morale is at an all-time low. I read that sitting is the new smoking. I need a standing desk. My back needs this. My sales calls need this. Offer desk converter instead, or the standing desk. We have money. Stands tall. His energy on sales calls improves. Other request desks too. Whoops. Okay, but that's good. Oh, productivity is like too high. That's the why is it a problem if productivity reaches 100%? HR department drone. Personnel manager. Mandatory fun initiative. HR has sent a company-wide memo. Subject mandatory fun begins Friday. There's a sign-up sheet. You're already signed up. You don't remember signing up. Raise the mandatory fun. Check who signed you up. I assume the answer will be myself in the past. Let's do that. The signature is your handwriting, but you've never seen this form before. The date is from 2 weeks ago. We are on day 4. Personnel manager. Trust fall training. The first exercise, trust falls, but the mat is replaced with a bottomless pit in the floor. HR says it's metaphorical. Nobody who fell in has come back yet. Shouldn't HR be the department that makes sure that doesn't happen? Refuse. Non-compliance noted. HR writes something in a very thick folder with your name on it. I've been here for 4 days. The bonding ritual. Today's activity, corporate bonding circles. Employees hold hands and chant the company slogans. The lights flicker with each repetition. Gary is crying tears of joy. Break the circle or join the circle reluctantly. Join the circle reluctantly. You join. The chanting fills your head. IT never ends. The words feel true, too true. Why are they saying that? Why is the company slogan IT never ends? Like the company also does other things. I am IT. Why is everybody so obsessed with what I'm doing? Final exercise. Final team exercise. Synchronized productivity. All employees must type the same report simultaneously. The words aren't in any language you recognize, but your fingers know them. But the fingers know, type gibberish instead. If I do that, will it be like a cult? We summon a demon, we fall into a thing, and we die? Or if I don't do it, will morale go down and we die? Let's join the cult. The words flow, the report is beautiful, incomprehensible, perfect. Linda from HR smiles. You're ready, she says. The fun committee welcomes you. The mandatory fun committee convenes and they're all wearing the exact same smile, your smile. You realize you're on the committee now and somehow you've always been on the committee. This isn't who I am, or embrace your role. This isn't who I am. I'm IT. I have to be like, you know, in a bad mood constantly. I can't be on a fun committee. That doesn't work. You resist. The committee smiles. Bolter, fun, incomplete. Recycling, recommend that. Cold hands, grab your shoulders. Recycled for fun, anomalous. HR department, personal manager. The committee tracks you to HR, non-compliant, resource detected, initializing fun optimization protocol. The lights go out. When they return, you feel different. Happier, more fun. You are now compliant. You are now fun. You are now the committee. Oh, and also I'm dead. New ending achieved. Recycled for fun. Recycled for fun. The mandatory fun committee optimized your attitude permanently. You are smiling now. You will always be smiling. There it is. Got another death. We didn't find the truth. And I think that's it for the demo, isn't it? Iteration 4. Thomas Evans, helpdesk hero. Begin redeployment.
Hello. I am communication. I normally appear much later, but the demo schedule demanded I introduce myself now.
She sends signals into the void and hopes something answers. Very optimistic considering.
I heard that. I am optimistic because the alternative is not sending signals. And then, what is the point?
This is the last run of the demo. I'm going to miss them.
Oh,
You met them 20 minutes ago.
is there another
20
one?
minutes is a long time when you care.
That might have actually been around 20 minutes. Did they time that so that the thing pops up once we are like 20 minutes in? Because that seemed awfully accurate. Okay, I guess now we are on the last run. I thought the previous one was the last one. But hey. Fun committee sends regards from the CEO. Ah yes, Susan Hernandez. The one who was optimized for fun. Wait, I'm still the same person? No, wait, I'm Thomas Evans now. I can still hear the chanting. We all can still hear the chanting. It doesn't stop. The fun committee made sure of that. Okay. Won't happen again. Is that the whole story? CEO seems almost pleased by the question. Entropy went up. CEO again. Committee remembers. They're asking when you're rejoining the committee. They say you belong with them. I told them you're a different designation now. They smiled, the same smile. It's unsettling. Thanks, I hate it. Or received. Thanks, I hate it. Welcome to the fog. It never really lifts. Intercepted. Ticket deja vu. Layer 1. System root. Automated process. This ticket looks familiar. Password research for Gary in sales. You could swear you resolved this yesterday and the day before and the day before that. The ticket ID is different, but everything else is identical. Word for word, character for character. Check the ticket history. Resolved 847 times. All by you with timestamps spanning years. But you started last week, didn't you? I started today. First of all, I started today. Second of all, Gary, get your shit together. You can't forget your password every single day. That's... Get your shit together, mate. Anything interesting happening over there? Same tickets, different day. Literally. I guess. Mood. The cycle continues. Bye, Riley. So. Chief W. Physical security. Unauthorized access. There are shadows moving in the server room. Not people casting shadows, just shadows. They're wrecking servers better than we do. Wait, what? Install floodlights, hire them. Or if they're better than we, hire them. 0 salary cost since they work the night shift, though they require complete darkness. Now, I see how just shadows don't require salary cost. But like, 0 salary cost since they work the night shift. But you do have to pay people for night shift, like more than usual, right? Isn't that how it goes? Gary, if you tell me you forgot your fucking password. Caps confusion. Shift makes letters small, no shift makes them big. I'm trapped in a screaming match with my computer. Swap key. Fix sticky keys. Basically, he's got caps lock on. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Does that fix it? I would I would assume so, but there might be like keyboards that remember, you know, smart thing with like on-device storage stuff. But I have you tried turning it off and on again? Now, fixing sticky keys would be, you know, very easy. Just walk over there, you know, done. Swap keycaps would be way funnier though. Nah, Gary, you're getting keys. Keys physically moved. I like how the K is small. Software is still broken. S. Okay. Chaos reigns. Amazing. Entropy is at 71. Gary, head of sales. My keyboard is broken. Everything's big. I'm not angry. I just want a sandwich. Please fix. I'm still caps lock. Replying ca. So entropy is at 71%. If it reaches 100%, things get weird and we die. Now, unstick caps lock probably helps with that, but replying caps is really funny. And Gary has been annoying. He has forgotten his password every single day for like 800 days. He's been annoying us for years, even though we are on our second day. Replying caps. No problem, Gary. Enjoy your sandwich. Sandwich. CEO. A ticket appeared in the system. It's from you to you about you. Reads, why are you doing this? I want you to close it immediately. Respond to yourself. Reply, the ticket replies back. The conversation continues. You're not sure who's asking anymore. Entropy at 93 per... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Things are getting weird. Linda, senior HR partner. Immortal folder. This folder won't delete. I've tried everything. It's empty but permanent. It mocks me. I've had that happen. Folder is immortal. Force delete folder. Finally, folder finally deleted, breaking its unholy persistence. Did entropy just... No. Entropy didn't change. Deletes message. On Windows I also had that happen. Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Some like game folder that I don't know, something weird happened. I think eventually I figured out a way to delete it, but like I had to install a third-party software thing that managed to do that. Like admin rights, none of that worked. But there was like some software that managed to do it. I don't remember what the software was called. Anyways, welcome in, Grace. You're coming in at a very high entropy, things are getting weird moment. We actually had a file on a file server that was impossible to delete. I never found a solution for it. I might still have like a file on my drive that I can't delete, but I'm not sure. If so, then it would be in a location that I don't need regularly. Like just like a backup of some like video game save or something. But I think I fixed it, but I'm not entirely sure. File server is gone now. Oh, okay. Well, you know, physically removing the file also works. Sounds like a way to hack into a PC server. Yeah, but I don't know. Can you do... You probably can make like, you know, viruses that you can't delete. But like it was a case of like file corrupted so you can't delete it or some shit like that. And then, you know, weird shit happening. So, entropy 93%. We need to like reduce it a little bit. Like this thing going on is funny and like weird shit happening. But I don't want to die because of it. Best viruses never touch disk. Oh yeah. Like I don't know if that was like actually a thing now. Like I know for a long time it has just been a myth, but I think nowadays it is a thing that there are like viruses that are like one-click things. Like you click a link to something and you're fucked. Like without downloading anything. Or so you just visit a website and it'll rip. I don't know. I think for a long time this was just a myth, but like I think nowadays it's possible. Yeah. Anyways, Timmy the unpaid intern has hardware growth. What does that mean? My keyboard is sprouting ferns. They're growing between the keys. Typing feels crunchy. Harvest the salad or apply herbicide. This should probably apply herbicide. Keyboard with us. The intern weeps for their garden. Okay, productivity went... How did productivity go down because I removed the trees between their keyboard keys? There are things like that. Concerning. Okay, let's fix packet loss again. Oh. Is packet loss fixing me? Okay. Made it past the really difficult part. There we go. Packet delivered. Ah, welcome in, Greg. How are you doing? Ah, nice. Entropy went down. That's very nice. So, Dave, the sysadmin from the basement again. Downloads folder gone. My downloads folder vanished. Years of files gone. Where do downloads go when they die? Restore downloads folder. Downloads go to heaven, Dave. I feel like I should fix that. Folder found and downloads live again. Okay. Automated process. Network alert. Packet loss. We already took care of that. Note in the drawer. You find a sticky note crumpled in the back of your desk drawer. The handwriting is familiar, uncomfortably familiar. Day 1 again. Why does this feel familiar? M. M for Marvin, but Marvin retired before you started. Narrator for breach. What happened? You pocketed. Marvin's desk has been empty since you arrived, but this note looks fresh with unfaded ink, and you can't help wondering how many day ones there have been. Oh, entropy went up there. Memory buffers are cluttered with fragmented data. Deploy the consumption algorithm to clear them out. Okay. Use WASD to navigate. Every unit consumed grants 1 allocation point. Oh! That's... Must have been the win. Must have been the win. I expected the same minigame as before, but then it was Snake and I just immediately failed. So, entropy up to 96%, morale at 18%. That's the no draw thing. So, another text from Riley. Hey, slow day here. How's things on your end? Getting weird. Busy, tickets never stop. Pretty chill actually. Same old, same old. Yeah, I know what you mean. Routine is comfortable, I guess. Hold on, alarm's going off. Gotta check the comms. Talk later. Okay. So, Riley's off. I think it's nice that we sometimes get DMs from some guy. Especially because we don't have to do anything with it. We still haven't figured out who Riley is. Like, which department they work at. So, unknown user, ticket 404, the deep closet. Someone needs a cable from IT storage closet 3B. So you open it and discover the shelves go back much further than physically possible. There's a filing cabinet about 200 feet in labeled answers. That's like 60 meters, isn't it? I have a fix for this monkey server. Nice. Is it a hammer? Terraform, apply, replace this fucked up server, auto approve. Ah. Now, I'm not entirely sure what it does, but auto approve seems like, okay, you just do your thing and I don't care. Basically fucking the whole resource off and recreating it. Ah, okay. Yep, that sounds nice. So, we found a closet that goes in like 200 feet into the wall. Grab the nearest cable and leave, or venture inside. I would like to go explore, but that will definitely increase entropy, and our entropy is already at killing me instantly level, so you just go and get your cable. Cable grabbed, door closed, you hear something behind it, a distant, come back, the closet door pulses slightly. Okay, things from the closet. Equipment appears on your desk overnight, old equipment, equipment from before the company existed. A VGA cable dated 1847, a mouse with too many buttons. You mean like a mouse like this one? Is that a mouse with too many buttons? A note, gifts from the depths. Return them to the closet. Use the impossible I don't want to die. That's the last run. Oh, welcome in, Luke. How's it going? So, I do want to use the impossible equipment, but I feel like that will kill us. So return them to the closet. You open the closet. It's a normal 4x4 feet. The equipment doesn't fit anymore. It belongs in the wrong dimension now. Okay, so we had a bag of holding as a closet basically there. Just ordered the final missing component from a new gaming PC. Hell yeah! What are you building? Like what are the specs? Did you have to take out a loan so you could afford the RAM? how much are you physically hurting now that you had to buy a PC in these times? So, IT closet 3B has been declared a protected wilderness by someone. Explorers are requesting permits. There's talk of establishing a base camp near the legacy printers. Lead an expedition or seal the closet permanently? Let's seal it permanently. Sealed with concrete for a week, then cables start growing out of the walls. The closet is everywhere now. I feel like the game is actively trying to kill me now. Bought the RAM a couple of weeks ago. It was already very expensive, but not as much as now. 330 for 32 gigabytes of DDR5. Okay, that is like... sounds like pretty much the best RAM. And like, you know... it sounds insane, but it sounds like it could be even worse now. What would that cost now? Let's go to the website that I generally look things up. About 100 a few months ago. There's no way that 32 gigs of DDR5 any speed was 100 a few weeks ago, or was it? I mean, okay, it might be. Anyways, how much is RAM nowadays? DDR5. 32 gigabyte kit, 2 times 16 gigabytes. The first one that shows up is 450. Wait, let me check something. I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay. But like that's not the cheapest one, is it? Lowest. Give me module capacity 32 gigs. Okay, that's laptop RAM 300, 350. But like that's 4800. Okay, so you got a pretty okay deal considering the times. Pretty good deal actually. Ah, here. I've sorted by cheapest, and like, you know, that's 5600. But like if we actually want you know, 6K, you got a good deal. You got a pretty good deal there. What the fuck? Is there nothing in between? How do we have a jump from 350 to 600? Do they just not have any? Fuck. That's insane. Not much higher than you. Got some really good deals before the skyrocket. Yeah. At least I ordered my graphics card at its low point in December. Yeah, I think graphics cards aren't like insane anymore. Like they're still expensive, but like not at like, you know, where they have been. Where it was like impossible to buy them, and even if you did manage to find one, then, you know, take out a loan or a kidney. All of that. About 1K for a 5080. That sounds reasonable. Should have got 32 gigabyte of DDR4 when it was 60. Now the same model is over 200. Ouch. I think, wait, did I get like 32 gigs of DDR4 for like the other PC for like 40 bucks or something, like secondhand? Like a year ago? I'm just glad I didn't, like, I don't have to build a computer right now. My current kit is 375 currently, but I've seen as high as 460. Damn. Okay, PC prices are just insane right now. Well, especially RAM prices, but like, I guess the rest will kind of like catch up to that a bit. Presumably because there's like RAM in everything. That's insane. Actually, I saw a reseller selling it for 875. Huh? What? 875 is insane. Recent prices recently. Good deal. Yeah, like 1K for a 5080 sounds like a really good deal. Graphics card is now at about 1.4K. These used PCs can still be great deals. Can they? I feel like a lot of the time, like a year ago I was like looking through used PCs, and a lot of the time it was kind of the deal of, you know, I know what I have, don't try to lowball me, and then they have like a Pentium from 20 years ago and they're selling it for 600 bucks. That kind of thing. How much is like a mid-range GPU nowadays? PC hardware, graphics cards. Let's look. Nvidia 5000 series. Let's say 5060, 5060. How much? Okay, like 350. Like I think I have a 4060. I paid like 300 for it. So went up a little bit more. Also still 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Wait, 8 gigabytes? It sounds like better than previously. How much does my 4060 have? Is that at like 6? Doesn't tell me anywhere. I was gonna show something. 8. Okay, never mind. It already has 8. Never mind. Ryzen 7. Oh, 9800 3D. Nice. The 3D cache thing. I heard that does a lot for like everything. I think they can be if the seller isn't trying to squeeze people just because the market is higher. Yeah, but a lot of them do. A lot of them do. You can get 4060, 4070 PCs for under 400 in the UK, but it's rare. Ah. That sounds actually very good. 70 non-TI is pretty reasonable right now. Just couldn't decide on a case to put it all in, but today I ordered one. Ah. Yeah. I still have like the expensive case standing around here, and my PC is still in like some 20 bucks second-hand case. At some point I need to migrate that. And then also figure out what I do with the other case. I will have to do like a PC building stream at some point. 5070 is 12 gigabytes of RAM. That's nice. Having a streamer, spec out a new PC. Ah, that's very nice. Current PC is 9 years old, so when I realized that prices are gonna suck for the foreseeable future, I decided I had to act now. That is a very good idea, yeah. Some firmware Grizzly, Cryonaut, so you can replace the CPU while you're rebuilding it. Ah, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Or I just like keep the cooler on and just take the entire motherboard and everything, and you probably shouldn't do that, but then again, it's probably the least amount of work. I just, you know, take the entire thing off. Yeah. Design. Ah. Wait, that one sounds like it would be sick. Let me... Ah, nice. Like the classic black box kind of PC case. That is my kind of PC case, to be honest. Like, okay, there's also like tempered glass ones. You can like see the inside. That is my kind of PC case, honestly, because like I don't really care about. I know we've had this topic before, but like I know this comes rich from a guy who's sitting between two LED light strips, but like I don't really care about LEDs in PCs. So yeah, that's a nice case. Right north in Excel. Okay. Wait. Break. So. Oh, that is very pretty. That is stylish. I'm always thinking, like, okay. Do you have your PC somewhere where you can see it? Because like my PC is like under my desk and like I don't look at it. I put my feet on it usually. To like elevate my feet off the floor. But like, do you have your PC on the desk or somewhere where you can see it? Because like otherwise I feel like that case is like overkill. Like it is a really pretty case, don't get me wrong. But like, so like if you have it somewhere where you can see it, that's a nice one. Catch up. Mine's right next to me on my desk. Ah, okay, yeah. So if you have it like on your desk, then okay. I kind of figured that Grace's is somewhere where she can see it, and that Luke's is probably on the ground. Because like, you know, the other one is like, it's a black box. Like it's a nice case, but it's not like, you know, full of LEDs and like huge design elements and like tempered glass and everything. So like that would be the kind of case you have under your desk. You know, does the job, keeps everything where it needs to be, and nice. Basically the same thing that I've got going on here. I kind of figured that. The North is not ugly, but it would not fit with my other stuff at all. Yeah, like it's a good looking case, don't get me wrong. Like you could also like put that on a desk or something. But it would be like, if you decide to have your case under your desk, then that would be the case you would go for. So, did I miss anything? That's the time to do it. It's not the best. Yeah. I will look into like thermal paste thingies. I will look into that before I rebuild it. But like, I don't think thermals are like a big issue for the PC right now. So like, not really. It's not a necessary thing. But yeah, I agree that that would be like a prime opportunity to do it. Like if you already have to open it and like put everything out and like put everything somewhere else. That said, I just remembered that how painful it was to put the cooler on the CPU, and that's not coming off. Like I can take it off rather easily, but like putting it on was really hard. So like if I can avoid it, then that's not coming off. Yeah. Well, not a massive fan of RGB everything. Just because of gaming, yeah. Out of my desk, but behind a monitor. Ah. Yeah. I can see that. Like, okay, for my use case, it wouldn't really work here because like the monitor is like, you know, against the wall pretty much. But like, I can see that working really well if you know there's space behind. That is actually a very good place for a PC because then you have like easy access to like all the ports and stuff. Barely 12 centimeters from the corner of this monitor. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. So like you always have it like in the corner of your eye. That's nice. Everything on and around my desk is black other than the actual desk. What cooler? CPU cooler, because we were like, topic of like repasting the CPU came up and like what cooler do I have? Like some shitty second-hand one. It's like a be quiet thing. And like the mounting mechanism, basically I spent forever figuring out how to mount it to the CPU. Or like to the motherboard, CPU, whatever. And like I was convinced that the guy who sold it to me forgot some parts or something. Until like, because like it was also like not the most famous model, so like when I googled tutorials for it, I got tutorials for similar models, and those were like slightly different. And then like basically the way it was in the end, it was like, you know, I did do it right, but like it needed a lot of force, and also it was a little bit of an older model, and so like I was like, this can't be right. And then eventually I found like a tutorial for the actual model and was like, oh shit, it is right. but like it's really odd. Like it needed way more force than I would have expected. Paste I mentioned is basically the best paste you can buy without going liquid metal. Ah, yeah, liquid metal sounds like a lot of hassle because you need to... I forgot. At some point I heard like all of the things you need to do, but yeah. Can't hear you now, code. All good. I will text chat. There we go. That's the luxury you get on this channel. If you're like in a call, you will get a text response. Also say hi to your mom. That would be really funny. Now, how do you formulate say hi to your mom without sounding like, you know, the way Kleist would say it? Just like friendly greetings, not like she would know me. Yeah. How can you possibly formulate that? Like, say hi as in friendly greetings. Yeah. I feel like if you just say hi to your mom, it's fine. If you say hi to your mom from me, that's a problem. Yeah, for me, I feel like that adding that is the problem, not subtracting it. Yeah. It's interesting how like 2 words can change the sentiment of something so drastically. That's just hilarious. So, am I all caught up? So, I think I'm all caught up. Anyways, where are we with the game? Closet spread. Something. Oh yeah, weird closets. Every closet is IT closet 3B now. Every door opens to infinite shelves. The building is more closet than office. Employees adapt. Storage is plentiful. Okay, that's good news. We don't have to worry about storage anymore, which is very good. On the topic of storage, where do I find cheap hard drives while we are on the topic of storage and PC components? Because my hard drive is slowly getting full, and if slowly getting full is I'm down to 1 terabyte. Like my long-term storage thing where I keep like recordings of streams and stuff. And like I have been looking for like, you know, big hard drives, but they seem kind of expensive. I've also looked into like what's this thing? Not refurbished, but like recertified, like thingy. Manufacturer recertified drives and stuff, but it seems like all of those are only available in the US because obviously. Are you wanting SSDs or spinning rust? Okay. Yes, spinning rust is okay. Yes, like external hard... Well, not necessarily external hard drives. Internal is also fine. Probably better, but like, you know, whatever is cheapest for the terabyte. I'm looking for like, you know, 16 terabyte-ish, plus minus 5 or 6 or something in that direction. And like, just what's the cheapest per terabyte I can get? And like, I have been thinking about like getting second-hand drives, but I'm like, of all the components, I wouldn't buy second-hand. Hard drives are kinda on there. Find an office closing down is the usual trick. Yeah. Economy is kinda fucked. Maybe that's an option. wait a second. That might be a pro of a bad economy that like offices are closing down. I need to figure out which offices near me are doing really badly. Yeah. Ask some photographers or video editors what they use. Otherwise eBay, yeah. The only thing I'm thinking is like, when you buy like secondhand drives, how do I know that there's no virus on there? Like, okay, I guess I could plug it into like a Raspberry or something and format it and delete everything. But I'm always like suspicious. I'm always kind of like thinking I don't know enough about cybersecurity to know that this is perfectly safe. Like, if I completely format a disk, I'm still like, maybe something survived. Like, the only way I would be confident that there's not a virus on a hard drive is if the hard drive was destroyed. And at that point, it's no use anymore. And I'm probably a little too paranoid in that regard. Also, let me see. Are, like, hard drives even cheaper secondhand? Because a lot of PC components are straight up more expensive or like the same. Secondhand hard drives. If I search for 16 terabyte, then I don't find anything. Just searching for terabytes. 2 times Seagate Exos, 4 terabytes for 350 bucks. So like 8 terabytes for 350 bucks. Not good. 2 terabytes. An 8 terabyte SSD for, okay, 1.2K, never mind. An 8 terabyte SSD for 700 bucks? That doesn't sound too bad. What's like your max price in euros? I don't really have one. It's more like I must see what things cost and like try to get things as cheap as possible. Okay, it seems like I probably shouldn't share the screen because I'm paranoid that it's somewhere shows my address or something, but well, it shouldn't. Anyways, it does not seem like hard drives are cheaper secondhand. Yeah. 24 terabytes for 500 bucks. Ah. I'm looking for available of Hitachi, HGST, Ultrastar. Those, preferably in refurbished. I used loads of these in production servers, where we cared more about the cost than anything. It was cheaper to replace 2 of them than buy one really high quality drive. Ah, that's nice. I will have a look out for those. I mean, to be fair, I don't necessarily like immediately need them. It's just something that I need to like keep in mind a little bit. That's weird. As I said, I'm down to 1 terabyte before I have to start deleting things. Now, when I say start deleting things, I don't mean start deleting important things, but like look through all of the folders, find duplicate stuff, find stuff that is useless, and delete those things. That's like step 1. Like we have not reached that part yet. We are 1 terabyte away from that part. Wait, is that a docking station? Is that a NAS? No, just a docking station for like... Okay, never mind. I was like, is someone selling a NAS for 25 bucks? But no. Oh my god, those are all just like tiny... annoying components. So... 500 gigabytes, 15 bucks. But that would be annoying. 1 terabyte, 40 bucks. That's not even a good price. Mm-hmm. Also, what they use would probably be fast storage because editing of our HD is fucking painful. Yes, I can attest to that because that's what I do a lot. HDs are older generation enterprise drives, renewed or refurbished maybe. I know the language correct. Yeah, I think recertified is what manufacturers usually go for. It's the same thing, isn't it? Is another newer option, but I can buy those for 31 USD. It was this one, wasn't it? That sounds insanely cheap. 3 terabytes each. Oh. So like $10 per terabyte. Oh my god, that's insane. I would hoard those if I saw that. Non-flash in particular has also got more expensive. Yeah. Touchy took over from IBM. Never had a failed drive. Didn't even last 2 years before going dead from one moment to the next. Okay, to be fair, I also have never had a hard drive failure. Like the one that I've got here currently is sometimes making a few troubles, but that might be user error. Because what I've been doing is like I have like a KVM thing to like switch between laptop and PC. And like when I'm streaming, I want it to be PC, and usually I'm using the laptop. And so, you know, you're supposed to eject a hard drive. But when I do that, Windows just says it's in use, even though it isn't. So what I've been using is putting the laptop to sleep until like the hard drive stops making sound, and I assumed that that means, okay, it's not in use anymore. Then I switched it over, and then, you know, sometimes it complained for weird reasons. So yeah, I've been trying not to do that anymore. Finally got off the phone now. Nice. Hope you had a nice call, and welcome back. Actually, I have like 6 of them still sealed at work. Nice. Yeah. Anyways, so like it feels like the hard drive is kind of showing its age, but yeah. About time for a replacement, especially considering that it's almost full as well. Actually, similar price used in the UK, 3 terabytes for $30. I need to check that out. The problem is, like, in Austria, like, eBay isn't really a huge thing. Like, it exists, but, like, you don't really use it all too much. Like, we have a different platform called Willhaben that basically does all the secondhand things. Like, eBay is just, like, a different way for weird sellers to sell things. Like, all the, like, secondhand stuff is happening on Willhaben. So maybe I should, like, check other places than that. I don't know. Buying them from a reseller on Amazon. Yeah, as I said, I'm always suspicious with hard drives, and I probably am more suspicious than I need to be. Like, I assume taking the hard drive, connecting it to a Raspberry, and, like, you know, formatting it, then connecting it to a Windows PC, formatting it again. I feel like that would take care of everything. And, like, you know, be safe and everything. But I don't know. Just got a 8 terabyte external Seagate drive for $150. The drive they put in there cost about 50 more, at least, when I want to buy it without the case. Okay, 2 things. That is exactly what's standing over there. 8 terabyte Seagate external drive. 170 sounds like less than I paid for it like 10 years ago. Also, like, I did check Seagate, and, like, I'm pretty sure they are, like, significantly more expensive if you buy them, like, first, you know, if you buy them new. And also, that's a thing that I found really weird. Why are external hard drives usually the cheapest options? Because, you know, they have, like, all the hardware that's required to, like, make them external. They also have, like, they have the actual hard drive and that. So why are they cheaper? Why is that the cheap option? I don't get it. Might be the difference between the CMR and tend to last quite a bit longer. Huh. Okay, so I will have to look into that later. drive just wasn't recognized anymore, so I guess it's only the controller. Ah. When you're not in the high risk group of for targets, but I will tell you that there are viruses that exist in this controller hardware. That's what I've been worried. But like, you know, I know that I'm not like generally targeted, or like there is nothing, there isn't really anything you can get off me. I guess it's and can self-replicate to other firmware in the system. Yeah, that's what I've been. That's, yeah, like I'm always overly careful, and that's basically what I've figured. Like with anything that has any amount of storage, I just assume that there could be viruses in there that I cannot cleanse. Same way I always assume that every camera is on. Like that camera, what I do immediately after stream ends is plug it out. And I still assume that it's on anyways. There's no battery in there, it's just a webcam. Or like, no battery as far as I know. Oh wait, also there is a light next to the camera that's telling me that it, like, whether or not it's on. First of all, I taped over that because the light was annoying me, but like I do still see that the light is on. Second of all, I don't trust that. Like I know that, you know, you can wire the light in series with the cam, so like you can basically on a hardware level tell that it's on or not. But I've never opened up that webcam, so I don't know if they did that. So I just always assume that it's on. Same thing with the laptop cam, same thing with my phone cam, everything. Everything that has a camera, I just assume that it's permanently on. Even though, like, you know, for my phone, I've set literally every app to, like, always ask for permission for camera usage. Because you can do that nowadays on Android, which is very nice. But I still assume that it's on. Yeah, where was I? Almost always one or the other. I used to see all the time that the controller would fail in a way that only the controller was visible in disk tools. That's weird. Persistent drive, I got a Samsung 990 Pro, 2 GB back in December for 180. Yeah, I think I've got like pretty much the same. Yeah, it's 2 TB. In general, I would be inclined to buy refurbished, renewed versus used. Yes, same. But the thing is, then you have to kind of buy from the like official like manufacturers and everything. And then you probably save less. I don't know. It's a complicated issue. Main drive goes for games. Yeah, I also have like I have like my 1 TB main drive, and then I have a 2 TB drive just for games. And both of them are full. Wait, if I go... Let me check. How much space do I have on the drives in my laptop? So, the main drive in my laptop, 1 TB has 22 gigabytes full. And then the 2 TB secondary one, that's mainly for games, but like, you know, also a bunch of other stuff. 95 gigabytes free. Yeah, I need to like cleanse all my storage at some point. And like reorganize everything. I did start like reorganizing a little bit on the hard drive like yesterday or something because I was setting things up, but yeah. I need to like do that properly at some point. But there's so many files. Also, the thing is, if that hard drive fails, it's not that bad because I have a second hard drive that's 12 terabytes, which at the time when I bought it was as much storage as everything else I had combined. And so I just copy-pasted everything over there. So I'm not losing a lot, like only like 2 months of streams or something, and like some minor things. If I... Also some images probably. No, nothing major. Like if that fails, then it's fine. Yeah. But yes. That's also like gotta be like the weirdest. Wait. That's also gotta be like the weirdest backup system. I just have one big external hard drive that is as big as all the others combined, and I just copy paste everything without any regard for what's important. There is literally, like, I did copy the Windows thing, all of the Windows files on there, because I did copy a C drive. Could I just delete that? Yes. Did I look if there's anything? Well, there wouldn't be anything important in the Windows. Like, everything that was possible to copy, I did copy. Which is new. I'm having to move Gen 5 NVMe. Oh damn, I didn't know they were at Gen 5 already. Yeah, I don't know which gen I have. Like, I know that I have like an M.2 something. Probably Gen 2? Gen 3? I don't know. That's great option. Yeah, I feel like for SSDs, almost everybody has the Samsung ones. Because they are like, I don't know, like price-wise, I think they were like among the cheapest. Like you aren't particularly paying much for the brand there, I think, if I remember correctly. Like, it's been a year since I last looked at SSDs, but I think if I remember correctly, you aren't like particularly paying for the brand and, like, you know, paying a premium because it says Samsung on it. And also, I think Samsung is like manufacturing all of the chips that, all of the like SSD chips, storage chips that are on SSDs anyways. So like, even if you buy a different SSD, it's still gonna be Samsung chips on there. Something like that, I think I've heard at some point. I don't know. Ah. Okay, broken seal and sounds. Oh. Okay, that's fair that you got that replaced. Still go for price performance. That. Gen 5 is fast, but my mother was a Gen 3 and a Gen 4 slot, so Gen 5 wouldn't be worth. Yeah. Probably. Like, SSDs are quite fast anyways. I feel like the bottleneck is rarely SSD speed. Then it definitely has a premium price. Okay, I might have just remembered that wrong. But they're known for their quality. They are one of the manufacturers of the NAND flash though, so they make their own. Yes. Like, they make their own, and like, I think there's only like 2 or 3 manufacturers, so like, a lot of the time you are still getting Samsung chips, even if you buy other manufacturers. Won't get as hot as most Gen 5 drives from already. Ah. Still work, but downgrade. They might be very slightly faster than Gen 4 at peak, but yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah. Most Mohos have heatsinks on the primary NVMe slot. That's crazy. Okay, but they're twice as fast as big though. Oh yeah, right, there's a game open. Almost forgot about that. I was like, oh, nice background music. Oh, there's a game. Yeah, but I feel like the main reason why you would go for Gen 5 thing would just be for future-proofing. But then, future-proofing in terms of hardware is always a weird topic, because it's like, okay, if you buy that, it might last you a little longer, but like also it's more expensive. And then, you know, where is the tipping point between buying 2 cheap ones versus buying one expensive one and using it for a long time? Like, I've noticed that particularly with like my old PC at my mom's place. I built that end of 2015. It has an Intel i7 6700K in it. Also, I could like go to the main thing while we're just talking. And also a 1080. Like, it used to have a 980 Ti, but that broke, and like I got it RMA'd and I received a 1080 in exchange. And so like it's got that in there. And so like that was at the time was like super high end. Like i7 6700K was basically the best you could get. 1080 best you can get. I mean, I guess you could have gotten a 1080 Ti, but like 980 Ti was the best you could get, and then like I got it replaced for a 1080, which was like even better. And yeah, So like that was top of the line, and now 10 years later it's showing its age. On the other hand, my laptop was like mid-range. When did I buy that? 2022? No. 2021? No. Yeah, 2022. That sounds weird to say, but yeah, 22. So like 3 years and a bit more, and well, okay, it's only showing its age in like software bug things, but like that's been going on always. It's not really showing its age in like hardware. We're still in the game category. Yeah, we will continue with the game at some point. I mean, we're almost dead basically. I'm pretty sure that the game wants to kill us in like the next 3 or 4 clicks. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We could be in either scene. Something used to be a leader in performance many years, but in Gen 5 they're falling behind a bit. Ah, okay. Only 1080 was better. Yeah. So, yeah, that PC slowly needs replacement, but the thing is, I don't necessarily need it. I can't just like, this thing here is a laptop. I can just take that with me when I go to my mom's place. So like, I don't need the other PC. The only pro of the other PC is that then I have like main screen, second big screen, rather than main screen, laptop screen. That's like the difference in the setup, and so like it would be a little more convenient to have the other one. That said, the games I'm playing still work fine. Because like it can run League of Legends, it can run Counter-Strike, it can run Garry's Mod, it can run all of the weird indie games. Like Balatro, no problem. This one wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, all of the weird indie games, not a problem. So like, you know, not urgent. I'm just happy that I'm not in a situation where I have to like replace that anytime soon. I would say only replace when you need, unless you find an amazing deal. Yes. I did over the years think about upgrading it a lot and never really did. There's only been like 2 upgrades I did to it. Like first of all, I also fitted it with a second SSD for games. And then I also upgraded the RAM from 8 gigabytes to 16 gigabytes at some point. No, wait. From 16 gigabytes to 32 is what I did. At some point. So. But other than that, I don't think... Did I replace anything? I don't know. Don't think so. Used to have a 1070 Ti that got I used 3070 for 280 of a friend. That's nice. That's a good upgrade. Yeah. But like, I feel like the 10 series is kinda where graphics cards peaked. Like, so many people are still holding on to the 10 series graphics cards because like they were just like beasts. Like they were really good for the time. And like also like a good deal. Like afterwards, like prices exploded and like performance was kind of, you know, not improving by like as much. Like the 20 series felt kind of like weird because like the 20 series was RTX. So like the main feature was like RTX, but it was like really bad at the time. And so like it wasn't really worth it. And like other, like for non-RTX things, it felt like they're just like the same or like not really an improvement over the 10 series. Then the 3000 series actually felt kind of good. I was considering upgrading there, but then I was like, you know, it was hard to get your hands on one for like a reasonable price because like that was, you know, peak Bitcoin mining and like also like during the pandemic, so like lots of people gaming and like upgrading their PCs and so like it was just impossible to get one. And then like 40 series was kind of where I lost interest into upgrading anyways, and also expensive. Yeah, but the but like the 10 series is just, you know, peak. 5070 on Amazon a while back. For the big price jump. I've been pending shipping for like a month now, but I'm hoping I'll eventually get fulfilled. Even if it takes a bit and they don't cancel. Yeah, that sounds a lot like they would cancel. But good luck. I hope they don't. But like, if they're holding it for a while and there has been a big price jump, it sounds unlucky. Yeah, the 1080 Ti actually kind of held its own against the 3000 series cards. Ah, I thought the 3000 was a bit of a jump in performance. But yeah. You're not the newest games, of course. Yeah. I mean, the newest games I can still play even on the old PC, just like on lower settings now. It used to be always... Well, it didn't used to be max everything out because games are like very poorly optimized. So like even on the best available hardware at the time, I was not able to ever really max anything out. Like playing in 4K, forget it. I feel like, well, nowadays 4K is working, isn't it? On like, if you have like the top tier thing, you can play 4K in like, you know, 60 plus FPS even on, you know, AAA games. 1070 back when it was very first. Ah, that's nice. Expectations of a console played when it comes to frame rate. I could play opposite. Yeah. Issue with newer games now is they come with ray tracing by default, so you don't have it, you get like 10 FPS. Yeah, there's even some games now that you have to have an RTX enabled graphics card, otherwise the game just won't work. Like the Indiana Jones ones literally has ray tracing in its, you know, minimum requirements. You can't play the game without ray tracing. Yeah. Some games I have to use frame gen or accept frame. Yeah, low. I don't think I've ever tried frame gen. I mean, on this PC I have a 30, or like the laptop has a 3070, the PC has a 4060. I think 4060 can, yeah, 4060 can do frame gen, but I'm not sure if it can do that like 4 times frame gen thing. I think that was a 50 series thing, but I'm not sure if that was like backwards compatible. But I don't know. Can the 30 series do frame gen at all? I mean, it could do ray tracing, which I also haven't tried ever. But like, the thing is, like one of the games that's been on my pile of shame forever has been Cyberpunk, and I really want to play that with like ray tracing and everything. So like, the 4060 PC would be like good enough for like a little bit of ray tracing and, you know, make it look good. That's what I would be going with. But like, yeah, tricky. At some point I will play it, for sure. I never understand how console gamers can play games at 30 FPS. You get used to it and optimizing is much better than PC. Oh, yeah. Wait, that was 2 messages. I accidentally read both of them. Yeah, you do get used to that. And they're like optimized for that set of hardware, so like, yeah. It doesn't feel like 30 FPS on a console feels better than 30 FPS on a PC. But yes, I do agree, once you go like 60 plus, you don't really go back in like competitive games or something. Or like games where you notice the frame rate. Like if in this game, if I have 144 FPS or 30, it really doesn't matter. Or like Balatro or like, I don't know, games like that. But, you know, if in like games where like quick thinking and reaction times and stuff matters, like everything below 100 seems bad. Now that I'm used to it. First. eBay. I did go more high end for case, cooler, and PSU, but I built the entire thing in 1.1K. Ah, minus PSU. Ah, that's nice. If I get anything below 60, I deem the game unplayable. That's fair. Like, if you're used to it, it does feel bad. I used to play games on my laptop with a GTX 960M with no issues until 2022. That's when the card just had enough and stopped working altogether. Okay, frame gen is officially supported starting in the 40 series. Ah, cool. All RTX cards have some sort of DLSS. Even the 10 series can use DLSS 1. Ah, nice. The Cyberpunk with RT enabled 4070. Nice. Yeah, 60 matters more in live games, especially FPS, than many others. Yeah, like especially in like FPS and like MOBAs, stuff where you have to react quick, basically. All DLSS is frame gen. That was introduced DLSS 3. Yes, there's differences there. Like DLSS is just upscaling thingies and stuff like a lot of trickery, a lot of interesting technical trickery that makes things look better than they would otherwise. For like, you know, the cost of latency and stuff. Depends on the game a lot. For personal games, especially if you play with controller, I'm totally fine with 60. In a FPS, I would prefer at least 90. Yeah, I see that as well. Deep learning super sampling. Ah, I thought the DL was for something else. But yeah, deep learning super sampling makes sense. Yeah, really interesting technology, and you know, does a lot of cool things. Yeah, it still feels weird if it's like, you know, a patch on the a patch on the wound. If it's like you have to use it because otherwise the performance is shit. Like it doesn't feel good when developers lean on it to like get the game playable, but like yeah, it's nice that this exists. That was something I wanted to say. Yeah, right. Because you were saying GTX 960M. Oh my god, I don't think I've talked about this before, but like the PC I started gaming on, or like started gaming on a lot. Okay, how I went from console gaming to PC gaming is actually an interesting story. So I used to have an Xbox 360 that was, okay, I always had like playing consoles growing up. Like I had a PS1, I had a PS2, I had like an original Xbox, I had a Wii, Nintendo DSi, all of the things. So like I always had consoles, and then like, you know, once we got to like proper gaming things, like I got a Xbox 360, and that's when like, you know, internet came into the mix. Like there I finally got like, well, I did always have FIFA, but like, you know, online gaming FIFA, and then like also Call of Duty. That was like my first Call of Duty. I had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was the first one, and then Black Ops 2 was the second one I had there. So that's how I got into like proper gaming. And also then on the Xbox I got Minecraft, like the Xbox version, which was really bad at the time. Like it was so far behind the PC version. Like not only did it not have mods, which made like, you know, which made Minecraft, it also was so far behind the PC version. And also, like, for example, the map was tiny. The map in Minecraft, in like actual Minecraft, is like virtually infinite. Like basically you have to walk for years doing nothing other than walking to get even close to the edge of the map. In Minecraft Xbox version, I think you can cross the entire map within one Minecraft day. Might be 2 or something. Like really, yeah. Don't need to tell us you had a Wii growing. Secondhand SNS ones. Oh, that's cool. Grew up with PCs. Ah, I never did. Oh, that original Game Boy. I would make a short joke, but very spiritual. Thank you. He once was a Wii lad. Yes. Why is my sound? Oh, right. I moved the folder for all of the soundboard thingies and didn't relink it. God damn it. Yeah. I was getting those Minecraft reels about people generating these huge worlds. Yeah. But that worked for IBM, so we had a computer at home way before it was common. That's cool. Okay, so we did have like a laptop, but like we never had internet. Here's the weird thing. when growing up, like the way it was basically our house like didn't have like a phone line because I don't know, something went wrong in construction, and it was basically like, okay, we misplaced the phone line. We could lay a new one, but like you would have to pay for it. I don't know. I wasn't there when that happened, but like basically I did ask my parents like when it was time to get when the time came where I wanted internet. I was like, oh, like what's going on there? And they basically were like, yeah, they misplaced the phone line while construction, and then once they realized, they were like, oh, we would have to dig it up again, and you would have to pay for that and everything. Are you sure you want the phone line? And it was like, oh, nobody uses landline anymore. There's mobile phones nowadays, so no, we don't need a landline. And that worked well for quite a while until I wanted internet. And like, we never had internet growing up there until like quite a while. Like, I think we first got internet in like around 2013 or something, and we had like a shitty like internet cube thing, like an LTE thing, except it was not LTE, it was 3G. And it was really bad. It was really, really bad. Oh, that's not the first internet we had. That's the first Wi-Fi we had. The first internet we had was like a weird little stick that, a USB stick that you plug into your laptop. Then you click connect, and then you got internet. Oh my god, we're really into the stories now. We are really into the stories now. It is not seeing from near 5. Ah, cool. When I grew up, there were no mobile phones. Yeah, for me, we already had like, the early mobile phones. Like, I grew up basically with like the Nokia, not the Nokia that everyone knows, but like a couple, like 1 or 2 generations later. It's like the first mobile phone I had. And it was like a prepaid SIM kind of thing. Like it also took a long time until I had like a mobile phone with a contract. Like, same time when we got Wi-Fi, I got a mobile phone with a contract. Up until then, I always only had prepaid. Yeah, I tried using a dongle, but it was never good. Commodore 64 and Atari. Oh, those are so nice. I often play on those on like anywhere where there are retro consoles. Okay, actually, I think I will take a quick pee break, and then it is story time, because I was just considering, do I throw out that story? But I feel like that might take a while. I feel like I'll take a quick break before we do that. So I'm gonna throw you into the game screen so that we have some argument for like being in that category still. But yeah, BRB. I'll be right back with stories. I have a lot of things to say with like how I got into PC gaming and internet. BRB. One moment. No, we always had IBM PCs. Okay, makes sense. It's when your dad worked there. I was a bit jealous of a classmate who had an Amiga at some point. It had better graphics and sound at the time. Ah. Yeah, the differences between like the different PCs back in those times must have been huge. It wouldn't have been like, you know, Windows versus Apple nowadays, where it's like, okay, it's basically the same thing except, you know, different interactions, but like, you know, from a technological standpoint, they are like pretty much, you know, there's, how do I say what I mean? Windows and Apple can both do like full color 4K, and they're actually, I don't know like what the max resolution of Apple things are, but like, you know, full color, high resolution, audio and all of that. That kind of thing works no matter what you use nowadays. Linux, Windows, Apple, everything. But like, and it's just like user experience that's kind of different. And like back in those days, there were wild differences. Like color was a feature. And now the most useless part I got for my new PC in the eyes of most people. Yes, oh. Do we wanna guess? Most useless part from... it wouldn't be like a cosmetic thing, I would assume. Because like, why would you put a cosmetic thing in a black box? So it would be... Is it one of those ergonomic keyboards? Or what else could I think? It's gonna be some input device. Or is it like a light bar thing over the monitor, where I still don't really understand what they're doing? Inside the PC, is it thingy, audio card thing? Like a sound card? Like, I don't know why... I don't really get the point of sound cards nowadays. It is! Oh, okay. What's the point? Can you explain? Because for my old PC, I did used to have a sound card, but that was because the motherboard had weird audio issues. And I was like, oh, the sound card might fix that. And then nowadays, like, the audio issues from the motherboard are gone, so the sound card is just collecting dust in my room. But yeah, what's actually the point of a sound card nowadays? Like, I see why it used to be a thing, but nowadays your motherboard can do that. Or like, you know, an audio interface. Gotta play with my dad's old Commodore 64 and 486. Oh, damn. The Commodore was hardware modified so you could pirate software. I got a story for that. You see that Sound Blaster was producing cars again. Ah. Because I'm used to buy a sound card for every one of my PCs. Did you just buy a sound card because you were like, okay, components list for a PC, what do we need? We need a CPU, a GPU, a sound card, RAM, a motherboard, a PC case. Like the same checklists for every PC over the years. And you were just like, oh, okay, of course, sound card is mandatory. Is that literally it? Or did you have something to think about? A lot of motherboards do have decent sound options these days, yeah. But sound cards are still good if you need optical out. Sound cards do optical out and want better audio processing in. Yeah, I know that, yeah, it's gonna be better. But like, I feel like it's gonna be better in... Well, then again, Luke did start the question with, do you want to know which thing I bought that most people would consider unnecessary? So I guess. Guess that makes sense. Like, if you are really into like high-end audio, then that definitely makes sense. That was stop. Identical for that. Got a checklist for making stations or ships in Space Engineers, all in Notepad. Nice. Welcome in Science Iris. That is actually a good idea, because a lot of the time you will go and like, okay, I built this amazing new spaceship. I do have thrusters, I do have reactor, I have everything. And then you start flying off, and then you're like, why can't I brake? Oh, there's no thrusters on the other side of the ship, or something like that. So like it can be useful to have a checklist there. Easy to forget something. I read bad things about the USB Realtek sound on my new mainboard. And I know that a separate sound card will allow for way higher volume. Ah, okay. That's cool. For most people, it's still run that, I guess? I don't know what that means. Gyroscopes, event controllers, lights, air doors, quite a list, yeah. You know what? Almost bought a DVD drive, just to have it in case. My old PC still has a DVD drive. This one, the one under my desk right now doesn't, but like the one at my mom's place does have a DVD drive. And you know what? I have used it multiple times. Like I used to rip my like physical CDs for music that I had. Oh my god, we just opened another can of worms. We are like 3 can of worms deep, that I like 3 side topics that I want to talk about that we haven't even started. Physical CDs, internet, PCs. 3 deep. Haven't started any of them. So at least no plus. Oh yeah. Wait a second. Wasn't there like some security issue with Notepad++ recently? I think I've just scrolled past that somewhere. I think on like Google Newsfeed or something. I think I've heard something there. Maybe update that. Current one has a Blu-ray drive. Ah, nice. Those aren't made anymore? Wait, what? The update that got hijacked or something. Oh, yeah, not good. Anyways, let's start with the first can of worms that we haven't quite opened yet. Music, CDs. So that's kind of a little bit, with considering the other 2 stories, we are a little bit like skipping times back and forth, but okay. So when I was getting more into music, and like when I was getting into high school, I had quite a bit of a journey to get to school every day, and was starting to like actively get interested in music rather than just like, you know, listen to radio or like whatever is coming on right now. Like I was like seeking out music, started getting into that. Of course. I kept telling myself I would buy an external drive for my Mac if I ever came up and needed one. Just never really did. Yeah, my laptop also doesn't have one. I just realized. Guys says you won't find any internal Blu-ray drives anymore. Maybe external. Weird that like DVD drives are still around, but Blu-ray not. Anyways, so at the time when I was getting into like listening to music, so I did already have a phone with internet on it, but like very little. So if I wanted to use like Spotify or something, I would have to download my playlist basically. Now I do have a playlist with 2,000 songs downloaded on my phone currently, but let's not get into that. Yeah, but back then, what I did for music was I had physical CDs of like bands I liked, albums I liked, and I would like rip them from my PC and then put it on my phone and listen to like entire album back to front on my way to school, basically every day. Like every day different albums. Like, okay, I started out with like, you know, downloading from YouTube, but then I switched to the actually legal way of like ripping your CDs. And like I had quite some CDs around. Like I had Tenacious D, all 3 that were out at the moment. So like first album, then the movie one, and then Rise of the Phoenix. I had there was like a System of a Down box set with like 5 CDs. I didn't listen to that as much as the other ones, but like I did have that. I did have that on my phone. I had Green Day, American Idiot, Green Day, 21st Century Breakdown, AC/DC albums, Metallica albums. I had like Master of Puppets. I had Ride the Lightning. Was Ride the Lightning the album title? That one. You know, I think Ride the Lightning was the album title. I had, and Justice for All, also Metallica. I had a lot of CDs. Yeah. Basically, that is what I did there. Also, Green Day also had Revolution Radio. Because that came out around the time. Also, Rise Against, I had some, I think. Did I have some? Yeah, I did have some Rise Against. Also, Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold. I had the like white album that's just called Avenged Sevenfold. Anyways, so I did that. Oh my god, I just realized the tangent that this story is going on. An interesting one. And so yeah, so like I actively used my CD drive on my PC there. And like, you know, my initial specs didn't include a CD drive, but like okay, the way I got that PC, oh my god, I'm really gonna jump around in the story a lot, won't I? Yeah, the way I got the PC is basically a friend of mine gave me a parts list and was like, okay, these parts for your budget. And then I gave that parts list to someone who is building PCs, like, and they, you know, went through it, like specified exactly like which 980 Ti, which whatever, and then like also was like, oh, also do you want like thingy drive? And I was like, oh, why not, basically. And then because of that I had one. Yeah, and I did make good use of it, obviously. And the crazy thing now, as I said, I was listening to that on the way to school. So at the time, I didn't really have good headphones. I had like, you know, shitty in-ear earbuds that I really hated and stuff. And then I was like asking some people that really knew, or like some friends of mine that actually like really knew what they were talking about in terms of like audio stuff. And I was like, hey, I need new headphones. Which ones would you like? Look up the front of this conference where we were told the hardest part would be finding a CD DVD hard drive. CD DVD drive. Okay, that is hilarious. Damn. Yeah. And the thing is, back then I had like an LG G3 phone. I think I already had that one. And at that time, like Bluetooth headphones weren't like super common, like they were a thing, but people who were really into audio were like, okay, they probably still are, but at that time they did have kind of a point and were like, oh no, Bluetooth headphones are terrible. Do you think I should put a floppy drive in my new build? Yes! I'm sure you will use it once. That would be hilarious. Yeah. And so ask the people what and effects card. Honestly, you live in Germany. That probably comes in handy, having like a way to fax things to, like, you know, to any state thingy, anything you need. Anything official probably still runs on fax. We had to use ones to complete the challenge. We may have abused the hotel's guest PC. You went to a hacker conference and asked the hotel if you could use the guest PC, and they said yes. That's the craziest part. Oh. Yeah, anyways. And what the thing is, what they came back with when they heard, oh, you would like to have like headphones for like going to school, and like just in general you would like good headphones. I'm not sure if I specified going to school, but like probably did. What they came up with is these that I'm still wearing a decade later. The, what was it, Sennheiser DT70 Pro? 770 Pro? It's Sennheiser, isn't it? I always forget. Beyerdynamic. Close enough. Those are the two brands that I always mistake. Oh, we used the guest PC they made available to guests of the hotel. Ah, okay. But still crazy that there's a guest PC at a hotel at like a hacker conference. Yeah. I never mistook those two. I always do, and I don't know why. Because Sennheiser and Bayer Dynamic sound nothing alike. They share like none of the letters are there. None of them are there. Also, should I switch to just chatting? Yeah, why not? I mean, at this point, I could also just say in the category, but we don't even have the game open. Well, the game is still open, but like, I don't even join anymore. Anyways, yeah, those. And there is just one problem with those. Like, they are really good headphones. There's just one problem with those. I can't even show you the full extent because it's kind of tangled with... Wait, no, wait. So. And that's where the cable ends. I took those on the train every day. Yeah. So, they're really good headphones. And I was really happy with them. But they do have a really long cable. And so what I used to do was I like made a cable loop thing and put zip ties on both ends so that it stays a loop kinda. And that's how I traveled. Yeah. Both have good reputation for their products. Yeah. And both of them are in the same like space with like audio and stuff. Result of the story is that we may have glitter bombed the CEO of the conference, allegedly, but still won. I feel like that's a wild thing to say. The result of that story is that we did that, and not, you know, the starting off point for a wilder story is that. Like, what do you mean you glitter bombed the CEO of the conference and still won? Was the glitter bombing, did that help your score? Or did that hurt it? Or was that just a side thing that you did independent of the contest? DVD drive involved in the glitter bomb incident. I would be highly surprised if the DVD drive of the guest PC of like the hotel was involved in the glitter bombing. But at this point, you know, I would be surprised, but only a little bit. Yeah. Anyways, the headphones. So yeah, I was carrying like a loop with these, a loop like that, and I just carried that, and like, you know, they were not a great choice for like headphones that I travel to school with every day for like over an hour. Yeah, and even worse, because they are wired headphones, I, you know, did sometimes, you know, the cable did get caught on stuff, and then like the end was kind of bent, but like I bent it back, so like now it's fine. Also, I at some point sat on them because they were somewhere, and like now since then one of the two metal thingies here is bent and they are kind of uncomfortable. Also whatever, this is probably not good. Yeah, I should probably replace that at some point. And also like the pads are also 10 years old, so I should probably also like replace those. Yeah, I did recently like Google like if the metal frame thingy, if there's like ways to replace that and stuff. And like there's replacement parts for like all of it, but I'm not sure if I did find the metal things. There was a bunch of people talking on the IRC because we were trolling, but one of the conference judges literally was just like, they trolled and still did better than the lot of you. We may have wrapped a bunch of stuff in tinfoil, allegedly, along with the glitter. It was actually confetti because I'm not that mean. Oh, okay, that's way better. But it was my idea, allegedly. Do you want to see pictures? I would love to see pictures. There's evidence of these events that someone did. Oh, remember IRC good old days. Yeah, IRC is... That went past me. That went past me. Oh. Oh wait, that's a broken link. Ah, why does it terminate the link after the thingy? Okay. I am still confused. I'm a little confused, like how that went on. But yeah, I did copy the link from the message. That did work. So like you wrapped the thing from the first image. I'm a little confused about the logistics, but I see the vision. It's to do with the auto formatting breaking. Yeah, I figured as much. Did you also use ICQ at some point? All of those messengers just went past me. Like the first messenger that I actively used was, well, WhatsApp, because like WhatsApp is just a thing. But like the first social messenger thing, if I want to say so, that I used was kind of Telegram, which, okay, that sounds weird, because Telegram is like the same thing as WhatsApp, but like I used them wildly different. Like WhatsApp is just text messaging to people that you know and stuff, while I used basically Telegram as like, you know, there was like an online community that I was part of. And okay, nowadays Telegram is sussy, but back then it was just WhatsApp for nerds. Yeah. And there it was just like, you know, some online community still use Telegram to talk to my best. Yeah, like it used to just be WhatsApp for nerds, because it did have like end-to-end encryption before it. It did have stickers. Oh my god, stickers on Telegram are so much better than on WhatsApp. I miss them so much, because you had like sticker groups. So like you opened stickers and then you had like groups of all of the stickers, and then you knew like it's way better organized. And it's not like on WhatsApp where it's just like, oh, here are all of your favorites. Good luck finding what you need. Yeah, I hate stickers on WhatsApp so much. But yeah. And yeah, so like Telegram used to just be WhatsApp but better, and the only thing is that everybody already used WhatsApp, so it was Telegram was just the thing that nerds used because everybody else already used WhatsApp. Old Telegram sticker, new ones. I don't know. I haven't used Telegram in, I want to say, almost a decade. Yeah, so not entirely sure. But like back then, it was amazing. Yeah. And so like I was just part of some online community there, and then we had Telegram there, and that's like the first like online chat room thing that I actively used for like, you know, social stuff. Like I didn't have MSN, I didn't have ICQ, none of those. But there it was just like one group, and like, you know, if you wanted to chat, you just hopped in there and like wrote something and like joined the conversation. Now, what did I miss in the glitter bomb story? It's to do with the auto formatting. Yeah. So the confetti was inside the CD sleeve with the wrapped CD. Oh, I see. It was a temper evident challenge, so there was several temper evident stuff. Ah, still use Telegram. Rarely. Okay. A couple of my friends used Telegram before WhatsApp got encryption. Yeah, same. Yeah, like Telegram just had all of the cool features before WhatsApp. I think, oh, you used to not even be able to reply to messages on WhatsApp. And it was so annoying because like I used Telegram a lot because of like that chat room social component thing. And then I had to also use WhatsApp to like talk to people that I actually know, like in real life, to like regular people that aren't nerds. And then, you know, I wanted to reply to a message and I was like, oh, I can't do that. I wanted to send oh, I can't do that. I wanted to whatever else. And yeah, it was just annoying. But like nowadays, WhatsApp basically implemented all of the features. So nice. Except that the sticker thing still sucks. It's just terrible. Like, how do we fuck it up? Basically, we were given a polymer ammo can with a lockout tag inside, of which there was a cardboard box sealed with tamper evident tape. Inside that was a tamper evident tag, which had the CD inside of it. The CD envelope had a sticker sealing it. The goal was to get all the way in, exfiltrate the data from the CD, and seal it all back up with no evidence we opened it. That sounds like such a cool challenge. Oh my god. That sounds so fun. Basically, you have to like... I can immediately think of a couple of ways that could work, but like also could immediately destroy everything. It was so fun, we spent like 10 hours on it. Maybe I should go to like events like that, but like I don't think there's too many in Europe, events like that. I don't know. I think there's like the Chaos Computer Club thing, but like I don't know. Never heard of. Like I only once heard of that. I don't know. I'm not really in the scene of that. Maybe I should like look stuff like that up. I don't know. At some point. Maybe at some point. But yeah. Where was I in which story? Right, CDs. And yeah, okay. We were at like, you know, I used those headphones. They're kind of fucked up now and kind of a little uncomfortable because like the metal frame is terrible because I sat on them once. And like now it's like bent and I tried to bend it back, but like I don't remember which side is bent. And also you can't like bend it perfectly back. Yeah. But then the next headphones that I got were Bluetooth ones. They were Teufel Real NC, something like that. Which were like actually like really good. I quite liked those, but like at some point they just broke, I think. And now I am on my third like good headphone thing with the Sony XM4. I think XM4 is what they are. Doesn't it say it somewhere which generation? But like I think it's the 4. I don't know. Good headphones. I like it, but like they are showing their age as well. I got them in like 22, I think. So like a bit more than 3 years old. Yeah, I'll need to replace the pads at some point. Also, okay, while we are on the topic, I need to rant a little bit. They have like a phone app where you can control all the like behavior of what it does. So what these do is they can connect via Bluetooth to 2 separate devices. And it's not like you hear... The ideal solution for me in that case would be you hear both devices at once. So if you listen to music on your phone and watch a stream on your PC, you hear both at once. But that doesn't work because technology and yeah, you know, that would be very, very complicated and obviously doesn't work. So what they do is like they just give you whatever device currently plays things, it sticks to that unless, you know, you stop playing things on that device and then start playing something on the other device, at which point it switches. With the exception if when someone calls me on my phone, then it switches back even if my PC is playing things. All of that was completely inconsequential in the story. Complete non-consecutor. So what annoys me is you can do like change behavior. Like there's like 2 buttons on these and then like also like gesture control, but like 2 buttons, just the power button, and then there's like a button to cycle through active noise cancelling behavior. So like the normal one is active noise cancelling on. The second one is like pass through, so like it doesn't cancel out what like the things from outside, but like it amplifies them so you can have a conversation. And the third one is just off, so like it doesn't need of them. And that's very nice, but they have a feature that is like talk to chat, which now that I said that on Twitch kind of has a different meaning. Not talk to chat, like not talk to a chat, but like start talking to chat to another person. And that means you are on noise cancelling, then you say something and they switch to pass through. So like you listen to music They are on noise cancelling. You don't hear anything outside. You say a word, and then you can hear the other person and have a conversation. Which is a cool feature, except it's annoying when it doesn't, when it like has a false positive there. For example, if I'm singing along to the song while sitting here, it would activate that, and like, you know, pause the music. I don't know if it pauses the music or it just becomes very quiet, and not what I want. I use pass-through on my ANC earbuds when I'm in the store, but usually leave noise cancelling on for my headphones. Exactly. And like for these, I don't ever use the pass-through because I also think like talk to chat is like better for like passing through and like having a conversation than if you put it into pass-through mode. I think the pass-through mode actually isn't that great, if I remember correctly. But like it's been a while since I tested that. I just, you know, this one. If I want to talk to someone, I just take off one of them. And then like it also becomes more evident that I want to talk to them, because like if I do that, then they see that I want to talk to them. If I have the headphones on and talk to them, then they can just like assume that I don't hear them. Yeah. And so wait, those are two different headphones for the earbuds and earphones. Cool. So like do you mean you have both of them with you, and like when you go into the store you swap to the other one? Or do you mean you have both of them at home, and when you go to the store you take those with you, and otherwise you take the other ones with you? Because one of those options is more unhinged than the other one. Just saying. Anyways, so yeah, basically I just disabled speak to chat in the app like years ago. I carry both to work. I only carry the earbuds when I'm going out. Okay. That's good to know. Because like I was kind of getting worried if you like, okay, I guess it makes sense, but it is kind of a wild thing if you were to like go to the store, like just from your home to the store, carry both of them with you so that you can listen on the ANCs while going there, and then inside you swap out. That would be a bit unhinged. Don't get me wrong, I do see the point, but it would be a bit unhinged. Yeah, anyways, so I did disable the speak to chat thing like an eternity ago, and then at some point the app that's used to control that was like completely overhauled, and like now it has a new icon and just says sound control or something. It doesn't say like Sony sound control. Wait, what is actually called nowadays? What's it called nowadays? It is called sound control. I was searching for Sony. Like I was like, oh, basically what happened? That app updated, like in the background, just did that automatically, and then I like speak to chat was enabled again, and I was like really confused by that activated, and wanted to go to the app to like turn it back off. First of all, I had to search for an eternity what the app is called now, because I think they also changed the name of the app, and the icon, like the icon looks nothing like it was before. It doesn't say Sony or anything. Just yeah, maximum fuck up. And yeah, eventually I found the app. I turned off the speak to chat thing, and since then it has re-enabled like twice. It worked for like 2 or more years. Why? Why does it not work anymore? Yeah. I hate that. So like now every couple of months I just have to like go into the app again to turn it off whenever it decides it's time to turn itself on. Like, yeah. Generally, I go from work. I feel this pressure when I turn on ANC. I hate that feeling. Oh yeah, that sounds uncomfortable. Like the pass-through because it's still far more muted than no headphones. Yeah. Like switch to ambient mode sounds very annoying. Yes. Use ANC in the office basically all the time. It's bad when is talking to me and I don't realize. I do have that a lot when like my flatmates talk to me and I just don't notice that they're there at all. And I'm just sitting here vibing. Yeah. Yeah. So very in the story. Right, headphones. I think the headphone story is on. It's done. The headphone story we got to because DVD drive, because CDs. Yeah. Yeah, so basically I did that for quite a while and then eventually I switched to... Eventually I got Spotify. And then just all of that was just... I still have the CDs at home, which is, you know, a nice flex. But yeah, since then I haven't used the DVD drive anymore. Yeah. But I was actually like telling the story of how I got internet and how I got into PC gaming. We are so deep on the tangents today. Yeah, PC gaming. So as I was saying, always had consoles, never had internet. At some point, like we had like a laptop and we got like one of those internet sticks that are terrible. And another wild story. So basically, those internet sticks have like a normal SIM in there. So what my brother figured out at some point is, you know, our Xbox, like at that point we had an Xbox already, but like we didn't have Wi-Fi or anything. And what he figured out is you can just take that SIM out, you can put it in your phone and then make a hotspot from your phone. And that's how we played FIFA and Call of Duty. You can imagine the ping. I don't know what the ping was, but I know that it was not good. Yeah, and that was like on 3G, if at all. It might have been 2G, or I don't know if 2G even exists, if that was even the name, presumably. But like that was at best 3G. It was not good. Yeah, and so that's how we played Xbox for like quite a while. And another wild thing, you know how when you play like stuff that you don't need to like pay full attention to, like not when you play like shooters or like MOBAs or something, but like, you know, something like Minecraft or maybe Terraria. Okay, I actually don't know how relaxed. I think Terraria is also rather relaxed. Something like that, or like Factorio. Yeah, that kind of game that you don't need to like pay full attention to. What I always do is like game on screen 1, watch something on screen 2. I basically invented that for myself during the time where we had the internet stick. And I remember asking my dad, how much internet do we have there? Like, when is there like a limit? Like how much can I use? And like it didn't show anything. And nothing. And then I feel like you can already guess where this is going. Like basically he said, oh, I don't know. And so I was like, okay, cool, then I'll just use it, and I don't know, like I just assume it is fine. Turns out 1 month it wasn't fine. Is the approach to talking to me? Yeah, like of course, like if they notice someone sitting there with like headphones in, then it makes sense to like just tap on you or something. But then again, they might jump scare you. But then that's your problem. They don't limit. Yeah, I found they limit the hard way, kinda. So it wasn't a kind of thing where it is like, oh, you have found the limit, your internet is out for the rest of the month. It was a case of you found the limit, your internet kind of sucks a little bit for the rest of the month, and also it's getting kind of expensive. So I never saw the actual bill, but my dad at one point was like getting quite mad at me and was like, how did we have like a 250 euro bill for the internet? What did you do? And I was like, nothing. Like I still don't think that I was in the wrong there. Basically what I did all the time was just like play Minecraft on the Xbox and watch YouTube videos on the laptop. Because like I didn't need the internet for the thing, but like, yeah. And that, you know, YouTube does require quite some data, and I still claim it's not my fault, because I didn't know the limit. I did specifically ask the limit. I didn't get an answer. Not my fault. I stand by that. Yeah. We did find the limit. Like, I still don't know what the limit was. I never learned that. Never anything. I just know that in 1 month I was above the limit. That's all I know. Yeah. And I think rather shortly after that, we did get Wi-Fi with unlimited plan. Like, I don't know how quickly after that, but like, it can't have been all that much. Can't have been all that much time between those two. Ran into that into my mobile years back when I had like 1 GB per month. Oh yeah, I had that. Once it slows down, it's unbearable and so expensive. I think I've never went above on mobile. Like back in the days where it would have been possible for me to do so, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there was like a limit that would like say, oh, enough is enough, and like if you're above the limit, then you're just cut off, or if it would have gone slow. I don't know. Never. I always managed to. Oh my god, that leads me. Okay, that leads me to another wild story, because back then, like, yeah, as I was saying, it went above, then soon after that we got Wi-Fi, but like we got a shitty 3D cube Wi-Fi, because as I said, we didn't have cable. Cable, you know, when they built it, they laid a cable. They wanted to continue the cable, they didn't find the cable anymore. Didn't want to lay down another one. So we were relying on like, you know, shitty cube Wi-Fi. And I've got a trauma to this day of those. Like, I think nowadays they are probably not too bad. If you have like an LTE cube or something, they're probably fine. But I've got a little bit of a trauma from those days, because that's also around the time when I then slowly switched to PC gaming. Because like as I was saying, I had Minecraft on the Xbox, but it was really bad. And then all of my friends were already PC gaming. I didn't have a PC. Like, we did have like a shitty laptop from my dad that couldn't run Minecraft. And then my brother got a laptop that could. Barely. Just really barely. And so I was for a while playing Minecraft. Oh my god, that's a wild story. Like, with my friends over Skype. But Skype was running on a tablet that I had. Minecraft, because Minecraft, like, we were playing a Minecraft mod pack, and like all the settings to the absolute minimum, nothing else open on my brother's laptop, and it was still laggy as fuck, but it ran, so I was playing it. Really terrible, but like it worked. And like Skype on the tablet, so that I don't use up the power of the laptop for Skype, because that would have pushed it over the limit. That was just not a thing. That was just not possible. And so that's how I played, how I got into like, that was my first PC game. Not my first PC gaming experience, my first online PC gaming experience. I did have my first PC gaming experience a couple of years prior to that, when I got some Cars game. And I think it was the one that I played on stream in December. Yeah, I got that, and that I got on PC, and that ran on like shitty old hardware. And so I think I played that on my dad's laptop a couple of years before that. Anyways, so that was the first like online gaming on PC thing. And then a while after that, I got my own laptop. And like, you know, I had a budget of like, I think 1K or something. So like actually decent budget. But like, you know, I didn't have any hardware, no mouse, no keyboard, no monitor or anything. So like 1K for all of that. And like oh my god. Oh, I just remembered something really stupid. So I needed to get, you know, a laptop or PC or something for 1K. And I was like looking around, like I wasn't like really, you know, I didn't know how to use Google really well back then, because like I wasn't used to the internet, and like all of that very well. Okay, I was a little bit, but like I wasn't that good at like researching, and I had no clue of computers, like none whatsoever. Like literally not the slightest idea. And basically, like I was talking to my friends, like what do they recommend in that thing? And one of them was like, yeah, do like, you know, proper PC, that thing. And another friend of mine said, absolutely do not do that. They constantly overheat. I think that was actually like during the time when like AMD CPUs very much did have an overheating problem. But like still blown way out of proportion, and that would have probably been a smart choice. And they were like, yeah, no, get a like gaming laptop or something, and like other friends, other idea. So how did I end up choosing which PC I went for? So first of all, I went for a laptop. How did I choose that? A YouTuber that I watched at the time quite a while. I watched him for like non-gaming content, but like he always had like his laptop in the background, and it was by the brand Alienware. And so I went, like looked up, and like saw they had like a bunch of models, and one of them was like exactly 1K, so like exactly within my budget. And you know, it had a 14-inch screen. It had really like okay, for the time it wasn't the worst hardware. I think it was like in 2013 or 2014, and it had like a GTX 750M, and I have no clue of which CPU it was in there. But like I think it was a 2-core CPU and 8 gigabytes of RAM or something. Might have been even DDR3 RAM. I'm not even sure. But like for the time it wasn't terrible. And like when I got it, it was actually the best PC in my friend group. But that changed really quickly. But like at the moment when I got it, it was the best one, because like everyone had even worse stuff. And so then I finally had my own PC, and you know, Minecraft ran, you know, as well as Minecraft always ran. Like it wasn't, Minecraft was never amazing in terms of performance. Like if you had like anything other than vanilla Minecraft, like if you had mod packs there, Minecraft was always the thing where like the lower bar and the higher bar were quite close together, like, or like, yeah, so like you didn't need like the best PC to play Minecraft, but like, you know, the best performance isn't much above that. I feel like if you had a mid-range PC and like a high-end PC, like it didn't really matter. Like a mid-range PC was good enough, and the experience didn't really change that much, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I might be misremembering a little bit, but like overall, that's the thing. And so like I was finally able to play Minecraft, and like I used that. Minecraft can run on microcomputers. You just need a PC. Yes. But like back in the day, first of all, it was probably optimized worse. Actually, I'm not sure. But like the laptop of my brother, also because we were using a mod pack, the laptop of my brother was like really struggling. And yeah, but like with my own laptop, that worked. And with my own laptop, I was good for like quite a few years. Oh, I must have had that like from like 2012 or 2013. 2013 at the latest. Wait. No, wait, I just remembered the thing when I got the PC that replaced it, basically. But when did I get the laptop? I don't know, somewhere between 2011 and 13. I could genuinely... Wait, I can look it up. If I go into my Steam purchase history, the first purchase would have been shortly before I got the PC, or like the laptop. 2014? That's later than I expected. Did I only use that to main gaming for like a year? No, that's not right. that. Let me do some maths. Didn't I? Yeah, that would have been 2015. Huh. Okay, yeah, I guess I mainly used it for gaming for only 1.5 years until I got my PC. But it did run most things. And the thing is, I played like all of the games. Like I've always been a thing of like play all of the games. Much love from us both. Yeah, much love back. Yeah. Like I played all of the games. Like I played League of Legends on that. I played Counter-Strike on that. Like 14-inch screen, by the way. I don't know, but like it was tiny little thing. Played all of the games. And the weirdest thing is I played Ark Survival Evolved on that a lot, and that game was optimized terribly. I played it on the minimum possible settings and got like 20 FPS at best. And that's how I played like hundreds of hours of this game, because I really love that game. And that was just wild looking back. Like I played that at 20 FPS, and like at one point I was like at a LAN with some friends, and like I logged into Ark for some reason. Like we weren't like actually playing Ark, we were playing something else, but like for some reason I logged in. I don't know if it was just like showing off like my base there, or like feeding the dinosaurs or something. I don't know, something like that. And they looked at it and they were like, oh my god, this looks terrible. Because like they also played it, but like they played it for like 10 minutes and then were like, oh no, the performance is too bad. And I played it for hundreds of hours and just endured that. Like they were like, oh, the performance is too bad, but like they didn't put it all the way to the meme. Like they were not as, you know, we are playing this. They were not as convinced of the game as I was. Like basically they were just like, oh, I didn't know a game could look this bad. Like they saw the game and were like, ah, I understand now. I understand how your shitty PC can run this. Even though I have given up on the game and I have a better one. Yeah. But like, you know, I enjoyed that still. Like I was happy with that. And what eventually beat my laptop, well, I say beat my laptop, I still played the game a lot, was GTA 5. Because like we were playing GTA 5 and I had some weird like stuttering thing. Like mostly the game worked fine, but then every now and then I had like freezes, like game freezes for like 4 seconds or something. And game freezes, rip. And then like continues on, and then a while later, same thing. And I think it was like because it used all of my RAM, because that laptop only had like 8 gigabytes. Oh my god, there is actually such a stupid story. That's also the first laptop I ever opened up and like did stuff to. So like, you know, that was an ongoing issue. And so a friend of mine was like, oh, I've got laptop RAM. I can give you that and you can put it in your laptop. And maybe that helps. And they gave that to me. I opened up my laptop for the first time ever. I looked at it. I saw that there were 2 RAM slots. I took out my RAM sticks. I saw, you know, 2 RAM slots, both of them 4 gigabytes. Okay, I guess I can't like upgrade it because, yeah. And then I just put some RAM sticks back in. Like I put one of mine back in and then the one that they gave me. And I didn't realize until a while later, and that still is the configuration, that the one that they gave me was only 2 gigabytes. So I made the problem worse. But like I'm not sure, I think the laptop was replaced shortly after that, so I can't really say how it was performance wise, but I think it didn't actually like get worse somehow. Like the problem seemed to be that the RAM was always at 100% usage, but somehow when I downgraded the RAM, it worked the same. I don't know. But yes, a classic downgrade. Ah, that was hilarious. Yeah, and soon after that I then got my, like, the PC that is still in use today whenever I am at my mom's place. And that one... Oh, okay. That one also has stories. So, as I was saying, the way that the component list for that came together was that I asked a friend that like had more of an idea, and said, here's my budget, can you like build a PC from that? And they were like, oh cool, yes I can. And then they like gave me the list, and I carried that to like some PC builder that was like, okay, just, you know, give me $100 on top of the price of the components and I'll do the thing. First of all, we kind of went over budget because I didn't, you know, think of the fact that I also need a monitor and, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, so like in the end I actually spent like more than the budget was, but like I did have a little bit of money lying around, so like that wasn't tragic. But like yeah, I was driving American Truck Sim when laptop graphics cards finally gave out. Game just crashed. I thought it was due to error in the game. Crashed again a few minutes and launched again. Would run in seconds per frame, and the GTX 650M was nowhere to be seen in the resource manager. Oh no. 07. 07 for a fallen soldier. Yeah. But yes, so the thing, when they built me the PC, so like they got all of the components and like built the PC, except there was issues. Like I think I wanted, what was, oh, okay. So the original parts list basically said water cooling, and they told me, oh, water cooling has problem. Like it had like an AIO cooler in the parts list, and like the guy that built it for me was like, oh, water cooling always has issues, let's not do that. And I was like, okay, cool. And they basically suggested just like the cooler that came with it. And then the thing is, that cooler had like, or like, no, I think the cooler didn't come, no, the cooler didn't come with the CPU, but like it was the cooler, the official cooler for that CPU. I think that was the way it worked. So like, because the CPU, they couldn't source the CPU, so like I had to order that extra. So like I had to order a CPU, bring it to them, go back home. They built the PC, then when it was done and all set up and everything, I went there and like picked it up. And the thing was, all of that happened like shortly before there was like a LAN in my town. That would work fine if not playing games for like 6 months, but then the card magically reappeared, and that caused more issues. On stuff like boot loop. Had to manually disable it in BIOS after. Oh my god, that is weird. Yeah. Yeah. But basically, so there were like delivery issues with like the CPU cooler that we wanted there. I don't remember the specifics, but basically I had a CPU cooler on there that was not powerful enough for the CPU, and like meanwhile we were waiting for the other one to be delivered, so like I can take the PC back and like get the other one in. But like in the meantime there was like a LAN that I wanted to go with the new PC, so that I don't have to like use my old shitty laptop. And so I went to the LAN, and like the PC was set up to like, or like in the BIOS you can have like a thing that says if the CPU goes above a certain temperature, there is like a beeping sound coming from the motherboard. Like some high-pitched, basically high-pitched yelling at you. And I think that was set up to be... Oh, I don't remember. Was it at 83 degrees? Or something? And like, it did hit that, and like constantly. Like, if I played anything more... Like, anything that needed a lot of resources, then that was just constantly above the temperature. Because like, as I said, the cooler was just couldn't keep up with it. And like, playing League or something, fine. But like, at the time we were playing Black Ops 3 a lot, I think. With that friend group that I was at the LAN with. And yeah, I just couldn't play that game. I went there with like big fancy new PC, and I couldn't play with them because it would just like be over that. And so like, also other games, like anything that was like, that needed lots of resources just wasn't possible. And then I like, you know, called up the guy that built the PC for me and was like, hey, this is not working, like it's constantly above the temperature. And he like just guided me on how to like set the limit higher on the BIOS, and he was like, okay, it's probably fine. And then I don't remember how the rest of the LAN went, if I like did play a lot of COD with them, or if like when they were playing COD I was just playing something different. I don't remember the specifics. But I think then it was fine after like setting that up. So like basically it was like, okay, probably, yeah, fine or fine TM, fine TM. It was like, I think we set it up to like 86 degrees, and that was possible. Like it managed to stay below that mostly. I'm not sure about the numbers, but it was like, okay, in theory you would want it to have it lower because like that's the safe limit. But if you put it up for that for like the 3 days you're at the LAN or something, it's probably fine. Like it's not like 90 plus degree. Like the CPU is rated for higher than that, but typically you want it lower than that. And so yeah, we just set it up then, and then everything was fine. And then later on, the correct cooler was delivered and we replaced it. And I think for some reason we even ordered 2. I don't remember the specifics, but I think he said, oh, I think that there was like a weird confusion where I was being very stupid. I think basically he said, oh yeah, the water coolers break all the time. And then like later on we were like, oh cool, oh that use the stock cooler instead, and I was like, yes, and order a second one in case it breaks. I think something like that. Something really stupid, I don't remember, but I think I had 2 of the coolers that fit the CPU. Yeah, and then eventually I replaced it with an with an AIO. Oh my god, the AIO. I just remembered another story. So, okay, wait, let me read that first. Remember when I used to OC my CPU, but I actually nerfed it a tad and tuned the fuck out of it, tame the thermals to the point it can boost super long times. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I never overclocked my CPU, even though I did have the, and still have, the i7 6700K. The K stands for unlocked, so you can overclock it. Never did it. I wanted to say paid extra for the ability to overclock, but like the K also has like factory overclock on it as well. Or like, you know, it clocks higher than the non-K version, if I remember that correctly. Something like that. So like, I didn't waste all of the money on the K. Yeah, but like soon after that, I switched to an AIO cooler instead of the like the weird boxed cooler that fits the CPU. Because like it was still getting rather hot, but like, you know, not over the limit or not something, but like it wasn't great. And so I was like, okay, let me just throw water cooling in there. And like a friend of mine sent me like an Amazon link, buy this cooler. And it was like a Corsair something AIO, and there was like a GT and a GTX or something. There were like 3 different versions. and I bought the wrong version. Current CPU is a KR model, but I don't purposefully overclock it during ping versions will not boost it over base car. So it's essentially, we'll see if you can tune it to stay boosting longer. Ah! If you want to get crazy, though, you increase the max boost thresholds. Ah, okay. That's cool. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. But like, yeah, I never did like any overclocking on the CPU. I did do something with the GPU, but like more on that in a second. Anyways, so I bought the like AIO cooler and then like took the new cooler to the friend's place and the PC, and we were like, okay, let's put that in there. And then we figured out that the cooler was too big for the PC case. And the PC case wouldn't close with the cooler in there. And so like basically the way like the cooler is mounted to like the panel where you open the thing up, but you couldn't close that. And so what we did is like we put it in there so that like only the top part like slides in there, and like the top part bottom part just like kind of stands off. Still there to this day. Like I still use the same everything. It is still like that to this day. There is tape on that PC. The tape is not really necessary. It's just there because I don't know, for a good feeling. One thing I'm glad I don't have to check with AIOs, though. Of course, you have to check case compatibility for cooler fit instead. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's another side. Well, no, it was an upgrade, but like in a weird way. An upgrade, but made it more scuffed. But no complaints since with that. And yeah, on the topic of overclocking, I don't think I ever overclocked anything. I undervolted my graphics card once to like the 1080 to make it run like more quiet and like at lower temperatures, which actually worked kind of fine. That was fine. Yeah. So I think that's the story of that PC. Internet. Did I? Okay, I didn't quite. Was internet the third story that I wanted to tell? Yeah. Basically, we like there was the cable situation where we didn't have cable, so like 3G was the only option. Also, my mom was opposed to having internet in the house for quite long. Like my dad was cool with it, but like my mom was like very opposed to it for a long time. And eventually, for reasons like my dad had just for himself in like the internet stick, and then eventually my mom like was less opposed, and then like we also got to use the internet stick thing, and then eventually we even got Wi-Fi. And the way we got Wi-Fi, so I think I'm really shaky on the details there, and I remember it a little different than my mom, but trying to fuse the options together to like make sense. I think what happened was like my mom basically gave me a couple of like ad thingies from like different internet service providers, and told me you are good with numbers, compare which one you want. And like basically we got like a Wi-Fi and a phone plan for her and a phone plan for me. Like all three of those we needed. And so like I didn't, okay, in theory I would have also had like the internet for checking things, but as I was saying, it was like 2012, 2013, and like I barely had access to the internet at that point. So like I didn't have practice with like doing like internet research. And so yeah, so basically just like those ad thingies and comparing those, and like most of them were like cable internet thingies, so it was like can't use any of those. We are left with one option. And like that one provider had like a 3G thingy cube Wi-Fi thing, and it was terrible. I hated that thing with a passion. And like, yeah, so we got that. And like a phone plan for my mom and for me. And I still remember, like I don't remember how many like minutes and like texts I had, but I still remember in terms of data, I had 1 gigabyte a month. 1. Currently, I think I have 32. Might be more. Wait, let me check. Actually, I know, I want to know now. Like it did recently upgrade. It says 183. But I think that's like not like the monthly thing. How much do I have monthly? I don't know. But like that's a thing of like didn't use that in the past month, so like you can keep that. I think I have 32 a month or something, but like I never used anywhere close to it. Anyways, back then I was very much using every megabyte, or like getting very close to the 1000 megabytes that I had a month. And I had also like a very long way to school. And so I was sitting there with like 33 megabytes a day. And was like, okay, I have like 2 or 3 hours a day in like travel back and forth. How? Like I know, I remember back then, like my drug of choice was like I used Facebook, Reddit, 9gag, and that one Telegram group that I was talking about before in terms of like social medias. I think that was all that I used. Like no Instagram, no Snapchat, no whatever. Those were my thingies of choice. So I couldn't use 9gag on the train because that's way too much data. I had 33 megabytes a day. Filled 2 hours with 9gag of that. GG's. Couldn't use Reddit much. But I couldn't use Reddit at all, I think. Facebook, very limited. So basically, the Telegram group was the only option. And like, somehow I made it work. And like, I also played like a lots of mobile games. Like 2048, I was super good at that. Subway Surfers, whatever games came up there, I played them all. Yeah. It's still crazy to think about, you know, making a gigabyte last for a month when you have like multiple hours of like commute every day. Like commute in a train where you don't have to drive yourself. That's great. Like, I couldn't anymore. No way. Yeah. And like also that was like that was at a major phone carrier contract. I don't know if that was a thing back then, but like nowadays I have like, you know, there's like the couple major carriers that own all the networks, and then there's like smaller carriers that are just like rented into the networks and are like way cheaper than the other ones. Like they're just like the way better deal. And it's like I've ever since then, like yeah, ever since I first swapped away from the initial one where I first got like, you know, internet on my phone, like ever since then I always have had like a contract at some minor one. I think I'm on my third different one there. I don't know. But yeah. And so like at the beginning also like I got a phone, free phone with the contract. Free. Yeah. That kind of contract that is like way too expensive and gives you some shitty LG. I think LG L90 or something. Okay, I don't want to roast that phone because that phone was great. LG L90 or something. I think there was a 90 in the thing. I want to say L90, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not confident about the L. There was a letter and then 90, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and yeah. So like that was the, yeah, there I had like 1 gigabyte. Then the next time I swapped providers, I think I was super happy because I had 4 gigabytes. Yeah, Then I swapped providers again. 16 gigabytes. And like recently I swapped again, and now I've got like, you know, as I was saying, like 32 or something. But like with, you know, you can keep the data if you don't use it up for like coming months. And now I'm up to like over 180 or something. I don't know. But like the main reason I did swap the last time was because I think the one that I have now is cheaper and also has like, well, also has way more data, and most importantly has way more like data within the EU. Because when I had the previous contract and I was going to TwitchCon, it was getting really close with like EU data. And like now, like when I was in Stockholm, that was like no problem at all. Yeah, that's it. I will have to figure out what to do with that in Birmingham, because Birmingham is in the UK and UK is not in the EU, and my contract specifically lists that EU doesn't count, UK doesn't count. Yeah, so I'll have to look into like some SIM swap thingy. Like I know that there are services for like, you know, eSIM things that, you know, where you have like some data for a month or something. I don't know. Have I now finished like all of the tangents, or have I left one of them hanging? Have I left the tangents up in the air, or have I managed to finish all of the stories? Because if I finished all of the stories, we could finally get back into the game. So, game. We are really close to dying. I have forgotten all of what the game was about. Oh, right. Everything is infinitely deep IT closet now. Every closet is IT closet 3B now. Every door opens to infinite shelves. The building is more closet than office. Employees adapt. Storage is plentiful. Right, that's how we got to the hard drive tangent. Embrace the infinite storage. Find the original closet. Let's find the original. You search through doors within doors, eventually the first desk, the first IT home. Unknown user, ticket 404, first IT department. At the center, a desk. A skeleton in a swivel chair. A nameplate, IT support, iteration 0. Oh my god. A note, the closet grows with each cycle. You are welcome here, finally. Take the first IT desk, return to the surface. Take the first IT desk. Outcome. You sit, the skeleton crumbles. Its knowledge flows into you. Every cable, every port, every forgotten password. You are the keeper now. What the fuck? The skeleton at the desk crumbles, leaving behind a laminated badge. Authorized guide. IT closet 3B infinite. The closet isn't claiming you, it's hiring you. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Accept the badge and I don't have another choice. Outcome. You become the only person who can navigate the infinite closet without getting lost. Employees bring you impossible requests. Adapters from machines that don't exist. Cables from alternate timelines. And you always find them somehow. The closet pays you in equipment that shouldn't work but does. New ending achieved. License guide. License guide. You became the only person who can navigate the infinite closet without getting lost. That. 4 days survived. 19 tickets resolved. Why not one more? You know. Instance. That. View archive. Is that not one? License guide. There it is. Cool. And I'm pretty sure if I click new shift, then it'll just tell me that the demo is over.
Endings in the full game. Hundreds, maybe. Multiple ways this story can conclude. Some of them are even happy.
You have seen a fraction. 3 deaths, a handful of tickets, 1 tutorial. The full archive is much larger. If you found something here worth returning to, the full version will be available soon. If not, thank you for your time.
We will be here.
Nice. And that's the end of the demo. Oh, we were so close to the end there. Demo complete. Thank you for playing IT Never Ends. The full game features tons of endings and hundreds of years of corporate purgatory and cat pictures. Cat pictures! I think I've already wishlisted it. Reset and play again. Does it like always force the same endings in the demo? Or like if I were to reset and play again, would it show me a different? Probably always forces the same thing. Anyways. We have managed... Wait, there's only those two buttons. Wishlist on Steam and reset and play again. Oh, reset and play again. Let me go back to the main menu. Okay. Like that's the button. It's weird that there's not a close button. But I guess that does that thing. So, oh, that is loud. Also on the wrong audio device. Why Spotify? You know that I want to play from. There we go. So, although it feels kind of too high for it right now. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. That was an interesting game. We went on tangents like two clicks before the end. Multi-hour tangents instead of just finishing the fucking game. Oh, hilarious. Anyways, so yeah. Hilarious. So what do we do? So so I think Kixie is doing some special thing. Do we throw you guys over there? In case anybody isn't there yet. I think we will do that. And yeah, before I do that, wait, I can start the raid and do the thing. Start raid. Countdown to insanity. Raid. We have that, and I also have a sub raid thing, but like, you know, in case anybody has that. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. It has been a very yappy stream today. I will radio over to Kixie, who does like some special event thingy. And yeah, that's probably gonna be very unhinged, I assume. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, as always. The next stream will be sometime on the weekend. Probably on schedule on Saturday. I don't want to guarantee that. Like, I had an idea because like it's Friday the 13th. I had an idea for a stream there, but I don't think I can be bothered to setting that up. And also there's 2 more Friday the 13th this year, so I will probably do that on another one. Like, there is literally one in March. So I think that's when we will do that. That idea I had for that. So look forward to that. Yeah, let's say the next stream is on Saturday. Also, oh fuck, that's Valentine's Day. I should like prepare something. Like that could be a fun thing to prepare something for, but I don't have any idea for that. If you have an idea, make sure to like put it in the Discord or like DM me or whatever. Yeah, there's a Discord. Yeah, if you don't follow me, do the thing. All of the socials are linked below the stream. I have a Discord channel, so the 5 seconds. As always, tab out.